programming. Alright, apologies for the exceedingly long intro. We are going to go ahead and get started. In-game. Blink. There we go. Not sure much more paperwork we will get to tonight, but we will see what's up. Apologize if it's kind of boring. Okay. Just get something set up here. Realized I didn't have. Does that work? Yeah, that works if we need top secret shit. Because we are in the operations archive. Let's go back to here. Okay, I actually need to jump some things. Get rid of this stuff. That. Okay. I am checking out Ace of Trues. Open accounts. Okay, so let's do some math. Um, 3 weeks worth of pay. Yes, we can pay them that 30 gold. Actually, let's look at. Oops, hide that. Let's take a look at. Who's not over here anymore? Active records. Ace of True. I issued that one. Interesting. Okay. Let's. 14. Really? 415? Wait, how many weeks is that actually? 115. 1 week, 2. No, they get 2 weeks of pay. Not 3 weeks of pay. 2 weeks of pay. That is 20 gold. That's what you've ever been paid. This one? Jesus, what's in here? Holy, okay, yep. Acid true. I need to. You'll still hear me? I'm just gonna turn that screen off for a second. Hang tight with me. Privity report. Barnabas Collins. Broken down their houses. Okay, we knew that. Report massive battle. I don't think we have any reports in them. Oh yeah, here's one. 230. That's weird. Report Blackfire. Report Blackfire. Here we go. This is Golden Lark. Report 19 crimes. Acid True. Oh, that's that one. 429. So that's 10 more gold. Report from Acid Privateers. No, that's that one. Okay. I just need to. Okay, we're good to go back in game. there we go. Every time. Every time gets me every time. I need to look at the official copy. Did I pull it already? Pulled it already. Revoked. That's it true. $4.21. $4.21. Application is dated. Your application is issued 4/15. We will pay you 2 weeks. Apologies. 2 weeks. 2 weeks to pay privateers. We found 2 reports. Another 10 gold. We can reissue the governance. That's 25. Now let's look at their special licenses. Licenses. Contraband, good deals. Port instance, good deals. Mushroom, port instance, good deals. Comes in black port instance. Nope, they never got any, so we will refund those. How fun is this, right? Paperwork. So, license refund. Refund. That would be 10 gold. As a true open unpaid accounts. 120, 150, 175, 185. Plus base. Where did they get additional 30? Oh. Oh, okay, that's base pay. Okay. So 30, 20, 30, 20, 30, 40, 50, 65. That's 65 gold. $25. We're gonna assume those 2. We're gonna move this to 4. You know what? Fuck it. We'll do. Can we do all 8? What does that do? All 8. Moves this to 80 gold. No, it doesn't. It moves this to 40 gold. It's 60, 70, 85, 95, 95. We're going to do that. 95 gold. Approved by Davenport. 95 gold. Okay, 95 gold. Oh, get me. To Ace of True. Now let's do that in a second because it was Miss Yvonne. Verification in our archive. We are able to pay you. Able to. That mental notes, mental notes, mental notes. Where is my? Here we go. I need. This is what I need. A report. Five gold. Check my math. 20 plus 40 is 60. 75, 85, 95. Total of 95 gold. Master Nicholas. Can't spell Davenport. Search from Navy. Operation.
Hello, anyone in here?
Oh, hang on. Hi?
Oh, excellent.
One moment, please. Hello, how can I help you, sailor?
Sir, there are privateers. I've escorted them to the privateer wall. They would like to hand in their weekly report and receive their weekly payment.
Do you know which group it is?
No.
Okay, that's fine. You said, are they down at the guild hall?
Yeah, at the guild hall.
Okay, I will. I'll run down there and meet them.
Excellent.
All right. Thank you.
No worries.
All right. Let's get some gold. Most we pay out is 40. Let's do. Oh, 10 withdrawal. Debt. God, I cannot spell Davenport. 40G. Should I? No, I should not pull that 90 out now. Even if Ace of True is there. Because if something happens, that's a shit ton of gold. Where is Nash? Oh, good. There's Nash. You want to see something? Look how fast this horse trots. Give it a second. Wait until we get out in the clear. All right. Are you ready? Okay, hold on. I don't want to kill anyone. Down this hill. Here we go. Look at this. I'm not positive. I think this might be the fastest horse in the Navy. This is absolutely ludicrous.
Jack?
Ooh. Or. Things are still popping. Yep, that happens about every other time.
If I
Hold
had some
on a
strange
second.
love child with your dress.
Yeah.
Miss Yvonne, is
Me
that you?
too.
Hmm?
Miss Yvonne?
Yes?
Hi. I've one matter to attend to. It's Master Davenport. And then if you give me another maybe 30 minutes, I can come down with the settling of the accounts.
Okay.
Oh, perfect.
All right, I just have to
Yeah,
attend to one thing, and then I'll if you're still be here. If not, we can take care of it, or I can leave it here for you at the trade for another day.
I'll be here. My brain's kind of spaceless right now, so I should have time.
All right,
Please don't. They can fall asleep on the ship.
I believe all the research, if you will, is complete. I just need to take care of one thing quick, and then I need to run up and get the gold, and I'll be back.
By all means.
All right, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Okay.
What's your name?
Yes. I won't be able to do that resupply tonight. It will have to be tomorrow.
Okay. The orders for it is in your
I've got it
in your
out.
inbox. You've got it perfect. Yeah, it's just Broken Harbor
Yeah.
that pivoted. The other
Okay,
yeah, the other base you don't even have to check it. We have confirmation they're folding it with another group.
Okay, that's good to know.
So, and I'm guessing my understanding is Broken Harbor should be relatively supplied. So you may not even need to bring that much with you, but I'll leave that up to your judgment.
Okay, yeah, I'll load it up just in case, and then if we don't need it, I'll bring it back.
I also did put forward a proposal to Secretary Puffins that would make space for an office for you in Ops headquarters.
Oh, wonderful. That's good. Thank you.
So it's going to require some demolition because most of those right now are captain's offices. So assuming that part of that proposal gets approved one way or the other, we'd like to make sure you have a workspace.
I mean, if you're not, there's space actually down here. I could probably set up an office at.
Yeah, I mean it's wherever you wish. If you would like to have one down here, given proximity or anything like that, by all means. If you'd like one, we can make one available for you in operations headquarters.
Okay, yeah. Because I'm kind of halfway between trading ops in some cases, because my stuff is all down here.
Yep.
But yeah, we'll see whatever works best.
Yep. Whichever you prefer.
Okay, I'll take a look around and see. Other than that, I got a bunch of paperwork about. Here, I'll just show it to you.
Distractions, chat. Distractions. Oh, yeah, I think they threw this pretty wide. So I'm pretty
Okay.
sure that if this is, let me just take a look at it. Yes, NID has already taken care of this, or is in the process. They're basically two members of a privateer company, or sorry, a pirate company that wish to join the Navy. So NID and I believe even the Admiralty is taking care of that.
Okay, yeah, I don't know why I received that.
I think it happened very late at night when those two individuals showed up, and so Secretary Pierhammer just sent, like I received one, so did Master Coop. I think he just sent it to everybody that was, kind of
Master and
high
higher.
rank. Yeah, I think it went pretty wide.
Gotcha.
So, do you want that back
That's
at all, or
fine.
do you want me to just trash that?
You can give it back. I'll put it away. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. I have to go up and meet up Privateer. So I'll leave
Did you take care of those three, or?
Yes, I'm gonna take care of Azatrue here in a second. I have a resettling of their
Okay.
accounts. So
Oh,
just need to go
okay.
meet this Privateer company, and then
Whoa.
we'll get. Good day, sir.
Good day.
There you
I
go.
apparently
Cheers,
missed you on my way out.
Missed me, sir?
Yes, I went to
Oh.
look for you to help out Asatru because we thought that you were the one handling them.
Yes, I had to take a brief nap, but I have the accounting. I need to go take care of a privateer company at the guild hall, and then I need to go get their gold and settle up with them.
Right, very good, Mr. Davenport. Do carry on.
All right, thank you, Secretary.
Wonderful.
Davenport.
See you later.
All right.
Right.
Have you
Is
already told
either-
them about this, by the way?
I think so.
Okay.
I hear they're in dire need of food.
Oh, thank you. The privateers?
Yeah, the privateer.
yeah.
Oh, perfect. Thank you, sailor.
No worries.
Man, this is why I don't come down to trade that often, because it's one thing after another after another. Good day, sailor. Little rabbit. Let's see who's here. Put your money, put your money. Monday night. It's not gonna be Ragnar Crimson Black? Ooh, this has all changed.
Hey.
Have
Hey. We shall.
this
I'm gonna go with
Alex.
Golden Lark. Good day.
Good day.
Good day.
Can
Good
you
day.
can you all hear me if I speak this loud?
Hey.
I can hear you.
Can anyone not
I-
hear me?
I cannot. I
Okay, I can speak louder. I just don't want to. Okay. All right. My name is Master Davenport. I'm a master here in operations, overseeing our captains and our privateers. I understand you have a weekly report to turn in.
I do.
If I can ask, which company are you?
The Infinite.
The Infinite. And your name, sir?
Irrelevant Storm.
On Storm. Okay. I'll if you have that report, I can take it now. All right. If you give me 1 second, I'll just look over this quickly.
Aye.
I am going to do this because I don't know what's in this book. Just hang on tight while we get this taken care of.
It is so quiet in here now.
Letting the man focus.
Aye.
It's got a lot to read.
I'm gonna copy this. Can you all hear me right now or no? Okay, good. That means it's just you and I, chat. Sorry, you can't see this. While we... I asked the relationship help the contract. we're gonna give him the full amount. Okay, obviously I skimmed that because I can't read that fast. We'll of course make sure our clerks and analysts and operations, as well as the analysts and NID, go over all of that in detail and add that to our understanding. Were you informed of the pay changes for privateers that happened last week, I believe?
I only know of the pay that I was told by Captain Duncan. What is the pay changes?
So the current pay, effectively, from what it was originally set to, it has been doubled. So the pay structure is as follows. For 1 week of activity, the base pay is 20 gold. For turning in a weekly report that is not drafted in crayon. Oh, excuse me 1 second. I need to swat a fly. There we go. Sorry, all this food sits here all day, and yes, it's good. I promise. We changed it out an hour ago. So 20 gold base pay for the week. If you turn in a report that is not written in crayon, you get that 20 gold, right? Which you have done more than so. So 20 gold, basic there. If that weekly report contains substantive information, which yours does, that is another 10 gold. I'll tell you, we have the ability to add up to an additional 10 gold on top of that for a round sum of 40 gold, depending on your activities and kind of as a flex budget. Now, all of this would be in addition to any official bounties you had collected. In my skimming, I didn't see any bounty claims listed there. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. So at this time, given the base 20 gold for your week, 10 gold for the report, an additional 10 gold flex, that sum total would then be 40 gold.
Aye.
All right. Obviously, as I said, I will make sure that my analysts read through this report, and we will add it to your active file, as well as our archive and NID Naval Intelligence will read through it. Is there anything you wish to discuss in regards to it now, or anything else you wish to bring up at this time?
I just want to make sure we get paid today due to the fact we lost a ship.
Yep, I do have that on me right now. Ooh, one of the sailors mentioned that you all might be very hungry too. Is that the case?
No, it's just my vitamins are rather low. My food is good. My vitamins are pretty low. I don't want to overeat and pass out.
Some fish and chips there. Does anyone else need any?
Nothing.
Here, I can just drop. How many of you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can just drop a few here.
Aye.
Wow, that does all of your fucking vitamins.
Watch your tone.
Language, Alice, please.
Thank you. I am. It's good.
There
food.
should have been 4 more there, so go ahead and you can just take them all and spread them out as you wish.
Yeah.
Much obliged.
Yep, it's a nice full meal, so it should take care of all of you. All right, I have that 40 gold. Mr. Storm, would you like me to hand that to you?
Aye.
Okay, I may have to set it on the floor here. Sometimes handing things in this space doesn't work. Ooh, is this your puppy?
No, it is not.
Oh, it's just sitting here?
Just sitting here.
Oh. Let's see if I can't. Let's come over here, boy.
There you
All right, good boy. There you go.
Thank you.
Yes,
All right, I'm just gonna set that 40 gold right here if that's good with you.
That is good.
All right. And did I read that correct? Which grid are you based in? Is it E1?
We are in E2.
E2, okay. I did note, he said your general patrol is E1 to E3, F2, and D2.
Aye.
I'm guessing then you probably encounter the Black Rose Company quite a bit.
Unfortunately, we have not seen them yet.
Oh. Well, I'm sure.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I'm sure either you will find them or they will find you at some point, depending on your normal sailing hours.
I do hope.
All right.
If we do run into them and we do sink them, which we will, what proof do you need?
If you can recover the ship nameplate or anything verifying that it is from that ship, that works. Otherwise, if you use your camera compass, your compass camera, if you will, if you can either get a picture of that ship going down, I don't want to say we're loose with it. In general, we trust you. We will just send it off to London to verify, everything's on the up and up, as well as check some of that intelligence. If you have, any sort of verifiable proof, correct? A ship nameplate, anything that is inherently from that ship, or a compass camera picture of that ship sinking or of its sunk nameplate will work as well.
Aye. Have their bounties gone up from 10 and 12 gold?
At the moment, when I checked the board this morning, they had not. We're currently working with London to get not only additional bounties posted for other pirate companies that we are aware of as well, but also bounties on individuals that we are aware of. London is taking some time getting those up, but we have operations also submitted to the Admiralty and High Command to increase the current bounties on all the Black Rose ships.
Aye.
So, I'm assuming you all know where to find that bounty board, correct?
It is, but I saw
You've
it,
not
but I
really
did not
been
remember.
told.
It's how do I explain this? We do not have one posted here in Proudshire, but if you use the ancient Google tool,
Aye, that is where I saw it.
Yes,
I
yes.
remember now.
Yes, hopefully in the coming days it should be updated to include additional bounties. I will say, obviously, ships, we put bounties on individual ships where, and those are posted. If it's not posted, unfortunately, we cannot pay a bounty for it. I will say though, if you do sink a pirate ship, when you do sink a pirate ship, if you note that in your reports, obviously NID compiles all of that, and so does operations. If say tomorrow we post a bounty on a Sticks and Bones ship, or another pirate ship, and on Wednesday you sink it, or if you hand in your report, that's a bad timeline. Basically, if you hand in a report saying it was sunk and we later learn that there was a bounty on it that you might not have been aware of, we will pay that bounty out. Either if you see that bounty posted and you've already sunk it, let us know, or we'll see it in your report when analysis digs through it, and we'll get that paid to you, even if it's back pay.
Aye.
What else did I say? I feel like there's something else.
Sure.
Yes, please stretch your legs.
Oh yes, fire drill. If you've been sitting here for a while. I made this room nice and roomy.
So since we are new to the privateers, we've been doing it for about a week now.
Okay.
Captain Duncan mentioned a bonus for the first week of 5 gold. But I also want to know, we did not know about a privateer meeting. Is that every month? Bi-weekly? Weekly?
We've only done one so far. Master Coop, who's my counterpart, he's the second master in operations, generally heads the actual privateer organization and everything, although we both cover it. He led that first one with our operations secretary Puffins. I believe we plan to have those routinely. They're not going to be weekly, but we will have another one of those. That first one was, we had to clarify a few things around rules of engagement and what laws privateers are allowed to break, because we had some untoward reports. Nothing from you all, of course. That meeting might have taken place just before or just as you were being issued your letters.
Probably.
Aye. So if it is the case, when it is the case that we have another meeting, our plan is to have that set days in advance and to post something here, as well as to send a notice via postal. So we'll have one of the postal companies deliver a message to your island.
Aye, thank you.
Aye. If it does end up, we want to avoid this, but if it does end up being very last minute, we may send a Raven if London approves it.
Understood. Right.
All right. Was there anything else?
I do not have anything. Vanya?
No, that'll be all. Thank you very much for your time.
Ooh, I do remember. I did note in your kind of last paragraph there, you were saying, you know, you patrol E1 to E3, F2, D2. We are aware that naval presence in that kind of general quadrant, if you will, has been scarce. We are working, piloting, if you will, a new patrol style that is a 48-hour continuous deployment. Rather than sending a ship out for 2-3 hours, we will send maybe 2 brigs with a full contingent of full task force down to a 4-grid quadrant and have them basically link up with the privateer group, set up a forward operating base with that group, and go on continuous patrols with that privateer group and with groups in the region for 2 full days to kind of bolster presence in that area. We just did one of those last Thursday, I believe, in E2, E3, F2. No, sorry, E and F 3 and 4. So it would have been just we might have just clipped the area, but even for 2 full days, 4 grids is quite a bit. So it's possible you might not have seen them. But we're going to continue to kind of do those patrols. We're going to pilot a 24-hour one that will cover 2 or 3 grids as well. So we will. Hopefully, we are aware that there are corners, including this kind of E and F 1s and 2s and 3s area that isn't as much seen by the Navy, and we're looking to rectify that.
I will tell you that the Freeport in F2 is very frequented by pirates.
Which island? If you remind me, which island is your home?
Mericidia.
And that's in E2, you said.
Yes.
Hi. Oh, were you on the island with Asatru?
Yes, we're just north of where they are.
Okay, understood. Yeah, we did the quadrant we did last week was E3, F3, E4, F4. We're looking at potentially doing like E2, F2, E3, F3 in the future, kind of in that area.
It would be good.
So the hope is that we can give the companies, the privateers and the governors in that area a bit of a notice that we're doing that, so that not necessarily that you can be ready, but so that you're aware that we'll be there and can, we can make the most of each other. And run joint patrols. We'd love to, and not to say that you need it. Everyone can use it, but we'd love to run some war games with the naval brig and privateers, both to assess your tactics, learn from each other, but also just to bolster each other's ability to respond to a full, an actual full engagement instead of just war games with ourselves. But also just do those joint patrols, right, to just bolster the Navy and the Red Sail fleets out on the water.
That would be good.
Okay. Is there anything else at this time then?
Does anybody else have anything?
No, I'm
you
good.
You might want to ask him about the changes in rules of engagement that they had.
So,
Is this about the fleet size?
the changes of rules of engagement.
Which changes?
The ones you said that you spoke to the other privateers
yes.
about.
There were no changes to the rules. We had to clarify a few things that there were some privateer companies that had a misunderstanding of what their job was, their role was, if you will, in these seas. And just to clarify, and again, I've had no reports of the Infinite in any sort of wrongdoing. But of course, you are in this capacity seen as agents of the crown, working in that capacity as privateers. That allows you to break some laws. It allows you to, on suspicion, stop vessels. Obviously, it allows you to immediately engage black sail ships without parlaying, if you will. You can simply, as I'm sure you're aware, red flare. If you come across a white sail ship that you believe is suspect or part of a pirate company, say, you know, you're posted up outside Black Rose waiting for them to come out, and you see a white sail ship coming out of their port that you either think is allied with them or are suspicious that it is a Black Rose white sailed ship, you are allowed to flare for them to stop and stop them. You are not allowed to say green flare them or blue flare them, say to stop if they don't stop as a white sailed ship. That does not give you cause to just red flare and open attack. You can chase them down, and if further chasing them down you ascertain that they are in fact pirates, you can then red flare and engage, but you must be absolutely certain. If there's any doubt and you engage and attack a civilian ship that is not a known pirate company, now we have problems. Does that make sense?
Complete.
The other thing we are seeing is obviously the Navy is the full law enforcement arm in the waters. It is not the privateer's job to do things like search for contraband. If you come across an issue where you believe someone is transporting contraband, we would love to hear that in our report. You are not to seize it or find them or sink their vessel or any of these other things that are blatantly illegal for privateers to do.
Makes complete sense.
I am shocked that I had to specify that the first time. Actually, one more clarification. We do not currently have a posted list of wanted or infamous pirates. You can, in the same area, you can see the posted bounties. You can see the different crimes and acts that can reach you different levels of infamy or levels of wanted. You do not, if you see a pirate, say you're strolling through a port town and you see someone that you know is a pirate, you've interacted with them, you've heard their voice, you can confirm they're a captain of a ship that has attacked and sunk vessels, or you've seen attack the Navy or any other thing that would make them wanted or infamous, you do not have to, they do not have to have a posted bounty against them for you to detain them. Now, of course, you don't have to detain them. It's your decision, just like you don't have to attack every single pirate you see in every situation. But if you come across a pirate that you do know has committed those acts, you are allowed to detain them. You do need to bring them here. You can't just imprison them on your island and behead them. That would obviously be very illegal. But you can detain them and bring them here and essentially make your case. If there's not a bounty posted, we won't pay you a bounty, but we do generally, depending on the criminal, will pay a sort of detention fee. There's usually a small sum of gold, usually 1 to 5, depending on the journey and who the individual was. We will assess at that time as well if they should have had a bounty on them. For example, if you arrest a captain of Black Rose and bring them here, and yep, that is a captain of Black Rose, High Command may determine that there should be a bounty on that person, and we will pay whatever bounty should have been posted.
Very well. We can do that, I think, yes?
Aye, and again,
do you want their head, or would you prefer their whole body?
Their whole body, please. If it is such the case that in an engagement you end up killing a pirate and just their head, I don't want to say in a self-defense, but that is one thing. If we hear of any privateers capturing pirates and beheading them, that is a one-way stop to having your letter of marque revoked.
And I do not want that.
Aye. We will gladly do the beheading ourselves if it comes to that. But we'd rather pay you to bring them here and have them face justice than have you actually execute somebody.
Intelligence is better than death.
Aye.
Aye.
All right. I do have one other matter to attend to. Is there anything else you need of me?
I am good.
All right. Again.
I think that'll do.
All right. Again, my name is Master Davenport. Master Coop is my counterpart. You might see him more than me, depending on the time and the day that you are here. But either of us or any member of operations can assist you for any of your privateer needs in the future.
I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you all. Have a good day.
Bye.
You as well.
As well.
What about? Unless Bonnie wants.
Unless Bonnie wants to do it. I don't.
All right, let's go take care of Acid Troop. By all means, go ahead.
I
Don't do it, decent. Don't do it.
Do we...
Oh.
Okay, let's get Acid Troop's gold. I should have just brought that with me. Roll on up here. See where this lands me. Am I gonna skit? Any skit? Nope. Okay.
Rick,
Oh, there's the man I'm looking for.
Davenport.
Aye.
The
Aye.
captains are wondering where they're staying tomorrow.
Oh, hold on. I'm being weird. Ooh, there you go. Broken Harbor.
Okay, I'll go find them and tell them.
Yep, I was planning on cutting them a frago here tonight after people stop bugging me.
Yeah, Dobby.
Yeah, Dobby.
You know this man
God,
approved
Dobby.
Iron Hold for letter of marque?
Did you know that Dobby approved Ironhold for a letter of marque and a governorship?
Dobby.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, wait. Do you still have the thing I gave you? Give that to Davenport.
What?
The book about the first book I gave you.
I gave that back to you.
Did you?
Yeah.
Coop, two things real quick.
Alright.
The Infinite, I just paid them their 40 gold, their weekly pay.
Fantastic.
So I'll note that. Acitru, which is how you actually pronounce their company.
It's not true.
They said it was Acitru. I don't know. They are
I
down.
just call them the ass people.
Yeah, they're down at the docks. They presented me with a document of closing out accounts that says we owe them 185 gold.
Mm.
So part of that is they paid, apparently back in the day, 25 gold and 10 gold for governorships and governorships and licenses that were never issued. So I have no problem paying that back. They also state they didn't get paid for 3 weeks, even though they've only been privateers for 2 weeks.
Okay.
Ultimately, what I've been able to verify is about 95 gold worth.
Yeah. That
So-
is about accurate.
Yeah, and that includes like the 35 for the licenses and stuff that I'm not gonna haggle with them, like not gonna fight with them over. We're just gonna give that back to them. And then like several weeks of the reports and that kind of stuff brings it. We're just gonna do 95. Do you have any contestation to that?
No.
Okay. They're down at the docks now, so I'm just gonna pull it and pay it, and I'll record it.
Okay, sounds good.
That was the two things.
Alright.
Are you gonna talk to were you out with Gibson and Duncan? Are they back for the night?
Yeah, Duncan's back, but he's about to go think about something else.
Oh,
I believe.
okay. Coop, I'll still put a Frago in there for that. Nim wasn't able to do the resupply yet today, so he's gonna head down there.
Well, supposedly Silver Suns or whatever they are, Sunless Legion, wherever they were going to be staying, is not even existent anymore.
Yeah,
so-
that's what was it you saying that, Dobby?
Yeah, they're with they're with Crimson Black now.
Yeah, so that does mean we have 0 governors or privateers in that quadrant. I actually think there's one applicant in there I might send with to see if we can do it. For privateer, I forget if it's privateer governor. I'm pretty sure it's privateer. But the closest, I mean, Crimson Black and Broken Harbor are the two that are there, and they'll just stay at Broken Harbor. Good.
What'd you say? Sorry.
Are you listening to me?
Half.
Oh, we'll have them. There's no one in that quadrant, so we'll have them stay at Broken Harbor.
Okay.
There is, I think there's one applicant in the quadrant that we might send with.
Okay. I'll go see if I can find him. War Dog.
If not, I'll put out a frago.
Read that when you have the chance. See if you can, see if it any of that information is worthy enough to help revoke the mock and the governorship.
Okay, let me just.
It's a long one, so you might want to do it later.
Okay, I'll read it later. How dare you?
Okay, actually,
how dare you give me things to do?
I know. I will give that to me. I'll drop it in each the box that needs them. Okay.
You just need to
just pick it up from ops later.
Yeah, just you can put it in the ops drop box.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yep, that's where I'll put it.
Perfect. I close the door behind you, pig. $95 gold. Jesus Christ. 95 true gold coin. Let me just verify. Oh, did I ever put that? Did I ever actually make that note? I didn't ever actually make that note. Boom, got it. We're gonna give this. What is this? We'll go with the second. It is 02 over 05 over 1722. It's gonna be Master Davenport. Hi. Okay. That's not true. Follow up. Read. Okay. Okay, Nash. Let her rip. Ooh. Oh, I need to eat one of these. I don't know where to do it now. Didn't I have more? That's fine. I'm right here. Jesus, Nash. Zoom. Where I like to win, Nash. Here we go. Let's not get ejected into the water.
What did you say, Nim?
I saw him about half an hour ago down here. Was it about your pre-supply?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I should just talk to Coop. I think he's gonna come find you. The company we had planned you to base out of is no longer there, so you'll be based out of Broken Harbor.
Well, I think we're gonna change it up.
Okay. Do you want me to come find you?
Yeah, it's my understanding we're gonna be taking the Minerva down earlier. Seawall's set up our own little outpost somewhere.
Oh.
And do it that way.
Okay. Yeah, that works. Yeah, I haven't seen him in about 45 minutes, but his plan was to tomorrow do a pre-supply. So if you want to redirect him with the Minerva, that works too.
Yep, that way we can just load everything on that and only have to worry about one thing, you know?
Would you just go down with Indigo and the Minerva in tow?
It would be, yeah, Indigo, Minerva in tow, yes. Or Minerva might go down first.
Okay.
Come down and get it.
Has anyone from High Command talked to you about the start of your 48 hour tomorrow?
No.
Okay, you might get a momentary redirect at the beginning of it. I can explain more when we're not at the trade docks.
Sounds good. All right. Yep, just come find me.
Yeah, are you gonna be up at Capro?
I'll probably be taking you off for a bit, but I'll be around later.
Okay, I can find Cleveson too if it comes to it, but otherwise we'll get
I
a.
think he'll be taking off for a little bit and then back later as well.
Otherwise, I'll put a Frago in your guys' box.
Oh, Captain Duncan, fantastic.
Oh, hey,
Yeah,
look.
Davenport, fantastic.
Oh, hey,
I
Coop,
do-
we're
I do
taking
need
the
to-
Minerva down. We're gonna be stationed up somewhere.
Yeah, Coop, take care of it. Okay, my apologies.
Guess what?
It's been an evening.
Taking the.
Oh,
I apologize for keeping you so long.
Come on.
But I do have this all settled up. So a couple details. Actually, let's just so we don't take up the space here. Let's head back over towards the side here.
Our kind of given corner for conversations.
It's a little more out of the way. We'll have less eavesdroppers, and we won't be in Trade's way.
You guys should put like a table and chairs over.
You know, we honestly should.
Just like a little cafe table.
Yeah, we could have a little bar with some coffee. Okay. So, after having my clerks verify through our archive, here is what we're able to close out. We're able to verify 8 pirate report. Did you just see that?
What was that?
I'm sorry. He's gonna keep doing this until I talk to him. So if you just give me one more minute, I have a feeling I'm about to be pulled over. Joke's on you. He can't do this while I'm standing like this.
we're taking the galleon tomorrow.
I was just talking to Duncan about it, and this is not a very secure place to discuss this. Coop, we also might end up redirecting the beginning of this for something like Sovereign Fury.
Hey, listen, have y'all paid Australia yet? They're waiting over there.
That's what I'm trying to do. If Coop would stop
We owe them
hooking
90
me,
gold.
we owe them 95.
95. Yes,
Yeah.
we owe them 95 gold.
Yep.
Should you pay them?
Yep, I'm doing it right now. If Coop would stop hooking me away from them.
Coop, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I can hear you, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, Coop, come
Should I?
You know, sometimes you work with a man and he just starts throwing hooks at you.
I can hear you.
Oh,
Yeah, she does
I
a lot to me.
understand that. Hawkeye.
Hi. Okay, so here's what we're able to verify. The 8 pirate reports, we do pay a total of 5 gold per pirate report, so there's 40 gold there. The refund of your governorship fee, that's 25 gold. Refund of the licensing fees, that's an additional 10 gold. I was able to verify missing 2 weeks of base pay at 10 gold.
Okay.
Which
so
brings that.
somebody did pick up that third one?
Yeah, that's what I do show.
Okay.
If you do not believe that third one to be true, I don't know how you
Do
would.
you have the name
prove
of who
that.
picked it up by chance?
I can. We just have it. We have the ledger in our note. Like we have our coin box of the ledger, just stating like we've paid this company, we paid this company, and I do show one for that. What would be for that first week? I'm struggling with the actual official details, but.
So you know what? I'll bet it's Rathos that I get to go yell at for not informing me.
Hi. So.
I'm in charge of keeping paperwork straight on on our island. So.
Well, then you can sympathize with the absolute state of the archive I have with 9 clerks that absolutely need to get booped with a spyglass every 5 minutes.
I have threatened to come over and assist you in organizing it before. You can ask the gentleman who wrote that book for us.
Alright. So all of that totals a sum total of 95 gold. If you want to verify my math, 20 gold for the 2 weeks of pay, 40 gold for the 8 reports, 25 gold for the governorship, and 10 gold for the license fees.
Okay, I guess we had gotten misinformed about the prices because somebody said that, and I'd heard that it was a certain amount, and then somebody said it was 10 gold per report, and then up to an additional 5 for good info. I've heard different numbers
Yeah, so
from everybody. So
the way that it's actually structured, and this was not made very clear. We actually added it to the application itself like a week ago.
Okay.
It was 10 gold is the base pay. You do have to turn in like your report to get that 10 gold, so we know you're doing something. That report could be the weekly report, or it doesn't. You can. I think you guys were submitting reports more than weekly. That's fine. It doesn't have to be weekly, but each week we would pay you, and assuming that we have reports covering that time. Now those reports could have been written in crayon. It doesn't matter. You submitted a report showing that you were active for that week. You get your 10 gold. That's great. Now, if that report is substantive in nature, if it shows that you were doing things and has a modicum of intelligence in it, that gets you the additional 5 gold. There is obviously any bounties that would have been paid were on top of that. There is a little bit of flex room that operations has above that if we conduct joint operations. So if we do other things, we could go a little bit, a few gold higher than that, but it really is reserved for, like, we go out and the Navy with a privateer sinks a vessel. There's no bounty on it, but in that case, we may basically pay a small bonus for that week. So that's where the 10 gold for the 2 weeks of base pay, and then for having that report is 5.
For each good report.
Correct. And I just, rather than, you had listed 8 reports. I actually found copies of 7 of them. For simplicity, we just put that at the 5 for 8 for 40 gold.
Okay. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Alright, so I have that 95 gold now. Sometimes handing people things, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Are you okay if I just set it here on the ground?
Yeah.
Alright.
Anyone else is nearby?
I think
Hawker's established that he's pretty good with the grappling hook.
I did put that gold there, and there is a letter there basically detailing all of that. I literally just read from it, so there should be no new information there. If I guess 2 things. I love how voices carry on these docs. If you do think that, especially with that 3rd week of pay, I don't know how you'd verify it, but if you do come to the understanding in your company that has not been paid out,
and then
send us a written word, right? If you submit something to the trade docs, have it sent it to operations, get whatever detail you can, and we'll chase that down. We want to make sure that we settle all this up.
Okay, it sounds good. Thank you.
In addition,
I really do appreciate it. I understand this isn't an easy task at all.
It's a position
Sounds like
that
a bloody nightmare.
Yes, it is one of those things where, as a master of operations, we want as many privateers as possible. Obviously, all in good standing. We want as many privateers as possible to help secure the seas, and we get caught in this position between, the privateers, the civilians, everyone in the fleet, and high command who sometimes, I don't want to say brashly makes decisions, but sometimes decides, this is what we should do, go make it happen. And unfortunately, this led to this situation where, and part of this was, and I'll be very diplomatic about this, we get a lot of reports from a lot of people about a lot of things, all of which have to be verified. NID does a great job of that. This should have been something, in all honesty, that we should have been able to address prior to this, to basically, I don't want to say warn you, but have a discussion and say, hey, here's what we're hearing. Let's just make sure, like, we are all above board, blah, 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 all of that. And that unfortunately didn't happen, and it got to a point where this decision was made, and that's unfortunate.
Yeah, and I think I don't know how much you heard from the back end of it. When we talked to the people who came to our port, they said that they had tried to drop by when they got the initial letter, but that was the week that the gods had cursed us with a sleeping sickness.
Understood.
So they tried to come near our port, and they all fell asleep and almost crashed their ship. And then they said, basically, you know, screw this, we'll come back on our next round.
Aye.
So it was another 2 weeks until they made it back by our grid again and decided to stop in and deal with it. And they were still bringing up. I mean, I think you were the one who assisted us last time because we had dropped by the Navy Freeport and they had somehow misplaced our letter of mark.
Yes,
So
that was me.
Yeah.
Because I reissued you one.
Lycos about that. Because they said, you know, oh, did you know there were pirates using your letter of mark? Why didn't you tell the Navy? Guys, we did tell the Navy, and here's our second letter of mark that you replaced. I just.
So what?
The information break was.
Yeah, it's the Navy moves very slow sometimes, and especially getting away from the royal waters and handling issues similar to this or nature to this in, you know, kind of those, if you will, from a royal water center area, in those corners of the grids that are not as close to this grid, is we're not very quick on, and we need to be better about that, and I do apologize.
Oh no, that's totally understandable. I mean, the further away you have to go, the more of a pain it is to prepare for it.
I will say, obviously,
with crews as large as you guys run.
Yes, especially around the clock, right? You know, we have.
Yeah,
if we focus, if we were to say, like, we're going to put our eye solely on Black Rose and we're going to focus on being around at their normal emergent times, the minute we do that, we will have Sticks and Bones or somebody else at the total opposite side of the clock, and we won't be prepared for that. So
yeah, you kind of need all around coverage.
I will say, obviously, if you all decide that you no longer wish to pursue privateering and go on your way, we totally understand. You are, of course, allowed to appeal that revocation in front of the courts. I will point out the royal court is not part of the Navy, so please do not feel like it's futile. Operations will basically, I don't want to phrase this, Master Coop and myself, our secretaries and our high command, will basically be the defending party for that, or I guess the plaintiff technically, for that revocation. We will, if you decide you wish to appeal that, we'll present all the information that we have. NID will probably present their information as well, and the court will make that decision. It's difficult to say which way that would go. I would encourage you, if privateering is the way you wish to go, or continue to go, there will be some hard questions, and we'll need to make sure that what the Navy understands to have happened is not happening and cannot be believed to happen again, if you will. That all needs to be above board, and that's not to suggest, you know, this happened. It's unfortunate, but that's not to say you could not get your letter of marque back. There's just, we need to take that basically through the court system.
Yeah, definitely. And I think Hawker has booked us an appointment just to kind of address some of what's been going on, because it does feel like a lot of what has happened to us, I mean, completely outside of the letter of marque, the fact that we had not only applied but had paid for governorship status of our island, and then they came in and basically handed it to somebody else right then and there without even acknowledging that we had booked an inspection for it. That kind of felt personal.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. What may very well have happened there is we had a transition period, I forget when it was, several weeks ago now, where the court was handling basically all of this, for everything, for letters of marque, for governorships, for licenses. And as you can imagine, with the way that a court works with paperwork, it was an absolute nightmare, and things were getting missed. So operations essentially, the court dumped it on operations, and we decided, oh, yep, we should fire drill a little bit. We don't want to fall asleep.
Jax, move around.
Ooh, there we go. I'm sure we look weird to everybody. Yeah, so
death party.
The court basically showed up in operations headquarters one day and said, here, you do all of this. We have a way better system than they did, but basically they threw documents at me, about 150 of them. And in the transition, we are still finding people who have copies of their applications that we've just never seen.
Oh, jeez.
So, and that's not to advocate responsibility. The Navy's the Navy. Even a part of the court, that is our fault, and have been more than happy to refund those costs. And it is unfortunate the way that governorship went down. Again, sometimes the Navy moves slow, and we're not always on the same ship, if you will.
The sucky thing about it is that Donnie did want to be governor after us, and that they did come to him for governor
Before us.
first. Yeah. Even though he...
that is sucky. I will say, a requirement for being governor is consensus among the island. We'd love to see unanimity. We understand that's not always possible. Technically speaking, it is determined by a majority. How that majority is determined, if it's by company, by headcount, is kind of a gray area. If you feel, obviously we would encourage you to work with what is now the established governor on your island and all of your inhabitants, even without the governorship in play. If you feel like your governor is in any way hostile to you or not representing your interests or is causing problems, you do have a right as citizens of these isles to a claim of regress in front of the court. That'll basically be you and the governor making your cases between the court. If that gets severe enough, the court can revoke governorships.
I got a question.
Hi.
Okay, so is the governor, being a governor, kind of like the privateer where you cannot do criminal things, work with pirates or all of that? Or is the governor just like the leader of the island and he can basically do whatever he wants?
Kind of and no. So to your second question, no. They cannot just do whatever they want. Technically speaking, the title of governorship is a sanctioned settlement. We authorize that settlement as a sanctioned extension of, in this case, the royal court, technically speaking. And that settlement has the right to appoint a governor. We wrap that all into one, and we call them governorships. Technically speaking, we've sanctioned that settlement as an official extension of the Royal Navy. That is not a free port. They are not allowed to knowingly do business with pirates. They're not allowed to harbor pirates. It would be the same as if a pirate ship rolled in here. Now, that isn't to say that they have to always fight pirates or sink them. It may be as simple as black sails roll in and them saying you have to leave. You cannot be here.
What if there's a pirate group already living on that island?
If there's a pirate group living on the island, the governor does have the power to request them to leave, if you will. Obviously, a pirate group is not likely to abide by that. What the court likes to see is the governor should handle that. If the governor is unable to handle that, if they do not have the ships or the means at their disposal or nearby privateer groups to do that, they basically can come to the court and basically say, I am the governor of this island, or we are the governors of this island. We are the sanctioned settlement. There's a privateer group on our island, does not represent us. The Navy can come in full force and remove that group and evict them. Technically speaking, the governor has the right to evict you without the Navy intervening. They just have to come here and say, we've tried to work with this group, we need to evict them, and basically we can authorize them to do that, and if need be, lend support.
Okay.
That might look like 7 naval brigantines and a galleon showing up at that pirate port.
Okay. Other question. So when you say forcefully, does that mean declare war on them, or would that just?
It's a bit of a gray area. No, it would not look like, oh, it's a pirate company. The governor's requested we evict them. We wouldn't just come in and burn it to the ground. That could be an option. If the governor has secured an eviction notice from the court, it's a known pirate company, and the governor would then be instructed to basically present that to this pirate company and say, you need to leave the island. The pirate company, in a certain amount of time, the court would prescribe it's probably a day or 2 or 3 X number of days. If that group does not leave the island under order of eviction, that is when the governor would basically appeal again to the Navy, and we would show up and say, you now need to leave. You being the power company, obviously not you guys in this scenario. Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
Yeah, we
So
would
there
say
is an
you.
official court process
Yep.
for kind
Yeah.
of
We say official.
evicting.
If you ever met the lords, saying anything is
Official
official or
articles.
standard is kind of a bit wishy-washy.
That's
So there is a process for it, and that's not to say that they just do whatever they want. But sometimes they just say, yeah, we're going to do this differently because we want to. It usually makes sense. It doesn't always follow this procedure perfectly, but the Navy would show up and basically say, you've been ordered to evict. We're going to stand here and watch you pack your things and leave. And if you refuse, we will sink your ships. And if you still refuse, we will then burn your settlement to the ground.
Okay, but from what the god said, that you cannot like destroy structures and all of that without declaring war on them. Would that mean you declare war on them or not?
We're kind of getting above my head at this point. What I would say, we as the Navy would take all steps to ensure that we do not have to declare war on you. The pirate company, again, I keep saying you because I'm in my head talking to this pirate company.
Contextually.
Yes, contextually. If that, I mean, by flying the black, a pirate company is essentially labeling himself an enemy of the crown. So there is a war aspect to civilians and privateers versus civilians and whatnot. If the Navy deems a threat so large that we would take that step, we would do that in concert with London, and that would be a notification. It wouldn't just be like we roll up to the island with a pirate company with a notice of eviction and just open fire and burn everything to the ground. That process would take time, and it would probably be over the course of a few days, and the pirate company would know what's happening the entire time, and they would be making an informed decision that if they did that, it might come to the point. Yes, if we have to remove a pirate company through burning them to the foundation, yes, my understanding is that would require a declaration of war, but that gets into a London question that is way above me.
One last question.
Hawker.
Just
Final
one last question.
Aye.
Final one.
Say we know that the governor is working with pirates before he is appointed with to governor, but let's say that we cannot find their black sail ships. What do we do then?
I mean, I would question, not question. I would ask for whatever evidence you have that has convinced you they work with black sails with pirates.
I've seen black sails.
I mean, we've all seen black sails. I'm not questioning you. I'm saying, whatever information you have, provide that in a report to the Navy, and we will look into that. Again, it takes a preponderance of evidence to make something like this happen. One report, even if it's verifiable, may not be enough to convince NID and High Command to act on that. But if you have evidence, or if you're able to otherwise prove that a governor, be it yours or anyone else, is working with pirates, or there are pirates on the island, if it is just like, hey, we live on this island, we found pirates here, we found an actual pirate port with black sails, inform us, we would inform the governor that they are to evict them, and we would follow that process. If it's like they're not on the island, but you know that they're working with them, provide any and all intelligence you have to the Navy. Again, it might move slow. Continue to provide any information you have, any new updates you get, any new verifications or informations you have. As much evidence as you can get to us will allow us to move faster, and we would then basically bring that governor up and ask them to speak for themselves as that final step in that process. We obviously oh my god, my brain is hurting. Yeah, it's the process to revoke a governorship goes through the court. It is fortunately or unfortunately a little bit more sophisticated than revoking a letter of marque. But if you have that evidence, as much information and intelligence you can get us that we can then go further verify is crucial to that.
Okay. On a other slightly or totally different vein, and I totally understand if this is confidential information. Do you know how many reports were actually put in against us?
I do, and unfortunately that is confidential information.
Okay. Are you, I mean, I guess, is there anything you're allowed to tell us that the folks who stopped there hadn't already.
No.
Okay.
I will say the vast majority of what I know, which is my understanding of the vast majority of what we know, was communicated to you. Now, there's a lot of details that we will not and have not and will not divulge, just for the security of NID sources and for the reporters themselves. But yes, I unfortunately cannot divulge a lot of that.
No, that makes total sense. Is that something that we could subpoena, though, if we did take to court? Could we subpoena those reports to question the validity of them?
Yes. I do not think that there is a process for that, I'll say. But yes, that is something you should be able to do. I would encourage you to draft up what that would look like. Now, obviously, you're not aware of what you don't know exists, so it's not like you're able to subpoena specific documents. But you can request. I would ask you to submit a request. You'd probably have to give it to the trade docs here. Oh, good idea. Fire drill. I'm sure we all look crazy. I would encourage you to submit a request through the courts and copy that to basically submit it in 3 copies, or have trade make 3 copies. Request that it goes to the court, request that it comes to operations, and request that it goes to naval intelligence.
Okay.
I can't guarantee that we will just provide you anything. Anything we choose to just provide you will be heavily redacted. It is possible for essentially you to make your case in front of the court as part of this unrevocation process, if you will, in which case, yes, the court could decide that we are to provide you evidence, in which case most of that may still have redactions for specific things. We would make all efforts to ensure that you're able to have enough information in those reports to counter them, if you will. But any intelligence sources, we would redact. Anything that might point you directly towards your accuser, we might redact, but obviously while still making sure that you get enough information that you can counter this claim if you need be, without giving you the ability to retaliate.
Yeah, and that makes total sense. Sorry, the only reason I bring it up, because when we did have our island-wide meeting, which, mind you, we were specifically not invited to, I had asked, the Navy told us there was a lot of reports. I was aware of 2 reports that should have been turned in, but there were more where people claimed things were stolen, which was not true. And 2 companies quickly stood up and said, yes, the Navy told me to submit a report, so I submitted a report. But it was only 1. And so we were only able to account for essentially 2 of those reports, which kind of leaves me drawing a blank where anyone got the idea that theft was involved, or that there was that many times it happened. And a lot of the stuff the Navy was saying made it sound like somebody was just sitting here spamming fake reports to try and get us kicked off the island.
I understand.
And having the other people kind of plot behind our back and snatch governance out from underneath us once we already paid, it's a little concerning. We're not quite sure what lengths they're going to go to now.
I understand, and I will say, if it were just the reports of the break-ins, if you will, that by itself might get you close to the line of drawing our attention as far as revocation. There were other things at play that I'm not allowed to divulge.
I do know there was a time that our Jarl came here and he was almost arrested for showing up in Freeport because we had gotten our letter of marque stolen by the pirates, and I know there were probably a few reports put in for that, but I don't know how we would go about differentiating what was actually us versus what was somebody else flashing our letter of marque.
Aye. And I am aware of that situation. I would say if you do... Okay, so a couple things, and actually out of order. I would very much encourage you to work not only with the inhabitants of your island, but with your newly appointed governor. And I apologize, I haven't seen the issuance yet to know which individual, which company that was on your island. But if you, was it Donnie? If you, of course, you will handle this however you wish to handle it. I would encourage you very much to be diplomatic. Things have happened, and unfortunately, you don't need me to tell you what the atmosphere is on your island. I'm sure you are aware. The last thing any of us want is for this to draw out even longer. That's not to say that you have to roll over to a bad governor. Not that Donnie is a bad governor, but obviously, if they are doing their job as governor and as the sanctioned settlement on that island, there should be no problems. And I'd encourage you very much to work within that system. And I wouldn't say respect the governor, but they do have a bit more power as the approved governor of that island. And I'm not saying defer to them, but they are the extension of the court on your island. And I would encourage you to work with them and be as cordial as possible and reconcile your differences and come to a understanding that can be beneficial for everyone. That honestly is the fastest way for you to get your letter of marque renewed, if you will.
Okay.
If you appeal to the court in the current state, if nothing changes on your island, there's still, even if there are underlying animosities, we will continue to essentially interview people who have made those reports and the inhabitants of your island for further information. It would be very hard for the court and the Navy to decide to reissue you your letter of marque, given the current state of your island and your relationship with your fellow inhabitants, if you will.
Yeah.
Now,
and again, this is not specifically even the letter of marque. It's more just concerned that they're going to try to, find some BS reason to try and declare war against us and chase us off, because we've had multiple ones of them offer to buy the island from us before.
And if they do, so I mean, as we talked about before, if they look at you and say, "Oh, we believe you're a pirate company, we're going to evict you," there's a lot of steps to that. There's a lot of verifications the court will take to that. It will not just be, I mean, they might come to you one day and say, "We're going to try and evict you," and they do have that right to state that and that right to start that process, if you will. If the obviously it wouldn't be their first contact with you, but if they out of blue have decided they're going to evict you, they probably will not get that approved. That would be a long shot. That's one of the first things that we would look for as the Navy at what is happening here and what's happened. If there's been altercations and you've shot at each other, or you've shot at them, or it's escalated way past where it is now, and they came to us and say we need to talk about eviction, yeah, then we have that on the table. If it's just like we don't like them, we want to evict them, that's not what the eviction process is for. If it's just like we don't like them, we think they're pirates, that's not going to fly either. That needs to be verifiable. That would be the Navy showing up and seeing like, oh, all your sails are black. Yes, you are pirates. Which, to my understanding, is not the case for your company, obviously. So, yes.
Okay.
So I don't want you to be concerned about eviction. It is a process that is in place that a governor can do. There are a lot of steps to that, and you would be involved from about step 2 through about step 47. So you would have the ability to make your case throughout that entire process. And if assuming everything is as we've discussed here, even if you're not getting along with your governor, they don't get to just kick you off the island because of that. That's not what that's for. Now, if you actually are pirates, yeah, that probably is going to happen. But obviously, that's not what we're seeing here.
Okay, so that's definitely not something they can try to go behind our backs and do.
I mean, they can try. Given what I know about the current state of your island and what you're telling me here, that wouldn't make it very far in that process, because we would bring you in early on. If it is like, oh, a known pirate company has, if you guys take a total left turn and start flying the black and start pirating everybody, and your new governor comes to us and says, we want to evict them from the island, yes, that process starts, and we probably won't be very diplomatic if you're a known pirate company. You're obviously not, and assuming you don't make that giant left turn, there are a lot of additional steps that you'd be brought in on. They would have to verify their claim of you being pirates to move down that path. Evicting a non-pirate is a whole bigger deal.
What is the difference between a governor and people that pay and own the island?
I'm not sure what you mean by people who pay and own the island.
like if you have a settlement
the
and a
island.
flag down on the island, what is
Aye.
the difference between
Um,
the flag and then the governor? That
this
the Navy
this
appoints.
this is a gray area. The governor does not inherently have to have a claim over the island, like a flag claim, if you will.
Okay.
We'd like to see that. We are not. The Navy is not in the business of regulating that flag claim. If there is an appointed governor, I don't want to say we defer that to them. They don't get to just choose who that claim would be. If there's a discord around, you have a governor, but there's no flag claim, and you put down the flag claim, and the governor says, hey, you can't do that, that's then a matter for the courts. They don't get to just tell you what you can and cannot do. Most of the governors have the flag claim because most of the governors, if not all of them, have basically discussed it amongst the island. A group has arisen that wishes to be the governor. They're the ones who put down the claim, and they manage all of the taxes and whatever happens on it. It is rare that we have a governor that does not have the flag claim, but there are those out there. It is a thing. It's not a requirement. So it's, if you were to tomorrow, does someone have a flag claim over your island already?
We do.
Okay.
We have the flag claim.
Yes.
That's why I'm asking.
So-
if they were to try to evict us or anything like that, would
Or
it
demand that we have to give them whatever the flag pulls in tax-wise, but we still have to pay for it.
No. So obviously, if they do not have the right to seize your flag claim. No, not without a court basically telling you that, which is not my understanding of how that would work. I do not believe the court would say, they're the governor now, you have to give up your flag claim that you invested in and you've been paying for this entire time. I would encourage you to work with the governor around what that relationship looks like, but they are not entitled to any of that. There might be a deal in which you hand over that flag claim for specific things. That's entirely between you. If they are under the pretense that they should own the claim now, and you disagree or you do not wish to negotiate for that, which of course you don't have to, that is a matter for the courts, and the courts will settle that. The court is generally not going to require you to give up your claim because we issued the governorship to somewhere else. They are two distinct things. Generally, they're the same, but it's not inherent. They don't have to be.
Okay, so if they want to do anything like come over to us and say, hey, we want X portion of whatever taxes come in, and any coin that shows up in the flag that's not yours, we want you to give to us. They're having to go through the court before they do anything like that. They can't just slap a law that says any coin that shows up in the flag has to come to the governor.
Correct. Any law that they slap down has to be approved by the court. So if they do things like saying, we are going to not allow alcohol at all on our island, they can do that. That has to be approved by the court. I don't know that anyone's done that, right? Most of the laws we see are silly, like Friday is Funky Monkey Friday. Everyone has to do the monkey dance on Friday, right? It's those kinds of things.
Yeah.
My understanding of this, and again, we're still a little bit above my head with this, they do not have a right to the taxation, if you will, from your flag claim. They can attempt to assert that.
Blueprints as well, or do you prefer the actual crafted weaponry?
I love it when people yell on the trade docks. Oh my god, I want a giant sign in the sky that says "Stop yelling." If they attempt to make that claim, I would encourage you to find a peaceful solution and work amongst yourselves. If what they're asking for you is untenable and you cannot come to a resolution and they are trying to force the point, bring that to the courts.
Okay.
By all means.
It's a relief to hear.
The governorship is not a enablement to trample the rights that you inherently have as citizens, and the rights that you have as flag claim holders.
Okay.
Now, again, if things go super left turn and you guys become pirates, the court, in concert with London, may have the ability to revoke your flag claim and allow someone else to put theirs down. That would be a drastic step. What most of the court would do is attempt to broker a deal that might see each side get everything that they want.
Like pay us for the flag claim?
Yeah, yes, that's an option, and that's something I would if they do come and say, hey, if they come and say that flight claim is ours, give it to us, you can and you should say no, it's your flight claim. They do not have a right to it as the governor. That has not been tested to my knowledge in court, but that is my understanding of the law. So if they wish to push that point, they have to take you to court. And I don't believe that they would win that. That's not my understanding of how that works. Now, if you don't want to have to deal with all of this, or if they wish to buy it from you and you to make up a number, you're like, yeah, 400 gold, and you can have the flag claim. That's something you can negotiate for certain.
Okay, and are they allowed to basically instruct us what our taxes have to be as governor?
No. It's a gray area because the governor, it's listed that they are allowed to charge a tax. That's done through the flag claim. So again, we're into this gray area that we haven't really litigated yet. The flag claim is yours. They are a recognized representative of the courts as governors. That affords them several things, only one of which would be the regulation of those taxes should they have the flag claim. Without it, you're not recognized as governors, but that claim is still yours.
I could do like 5% taxes, and then they can't do anything about it.
Yes, I will warn you if there is the law around the highest amount of tax. It's not a London issue, and I believe it's 15% if you go above that. But the Navy will not look very kindly on that.
Okay, and
Yeah,
is
we've
that like they'll
never
try to
gone-
fix the flag then there too?
I'm sorry, what was that?
If you say someone does go over the 15%, is that like a Navy item too or something?
It is a Navy issue. It is not a London issue, if you will.
Okay.
It is illegal to charge more than 15% tax. Should the Navy find out about that, we will very kindly come and let you know that you're breaking the law. You might get a very small fine and instruction to lower it, and that fine will go up and up and up for every day that we see that. What will not happen is you will not get the full force of the Armada at your port, destroying your foundations. That again is like step 94, and you charging a 16% tax is like step 3.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I mean, I would encourage you not to overtax people and upset them.
Yeah, we're definitely not like
yes,
that.
yeah. But yeah, that governor does not
It's just
have...
knowledge.
Yeah, they do not have the right... Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, shit.
Jax.
Uh-oh. We'll see if the timer started.
Oh, shit.
Well, yeah, because I know they had come to us back towards the beginning when we all first moved into the island, and they'd said, "Hey, we're struggling right now. We've been hit by pirates, and we offered, hey, we could drop the taxes to almost nothing for a while just to help everybody get settled, give you those extra resources."
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah,
so we had it incredibly low for a while, and now that everyone's established, we did kind of bump it slightly higher back up just to help cover some of that upkeep, so we didn't have to spend all day farming wood. We could go out and get silver for the flag, doing floatstones. But
I would...
it's the concern that they're gonna come in and start dictating what we need to do and what we need to set. And
yeah, rest assured that a different governor being appointed for your island than you have in the flag claim does not give them the right over that claim. What will... If I don't say if I have anything to say about it, my understanding of that law that I was involved in with the court is not that we will just give that to them. That is your claim. We might attempt to help broker a deal that might see the transfer of that claim, or an understanding of how those resources are meant to be allocated. I would say at the most we would push for, if the governor wants to make a claim over those resources and the taxation, they also have to pay for the upkeep.
Okay.
And
So
that would
if
essentially make that claim theirs, but
yeah.
that would be an extreme measure. If we were to go that way, you would not have to keep paying for the upkeep, and they would get everything. Obviously, I would encourage you to find a diplomatic solution if your new governor is pushing that. Have those conversations about what an acceptable tax rate is amongst yourselves. If you're antagonistic with them and every time they ask you bump it up 1%, we will certainly see you here in court and we'll have to figure that out. If you're diplomatic about it and you're working together as an island and those resources are going to better the island as a whole, or whatever agreement you come up with, however you decide is best for your island between you as the claim holder and the governor, you will not ever have to be here, short of your governor just being a dick, if you will.
Okay. And yeah, no, we're definitely not asking because we're planning on being petty. It's, again, more the concern that, if he comes over and says, hey, as the governor, I order you to levy the taxes to 0 so I don't have to pay your flag claim, then we can, say, okay, we understand, but our understanding from the Navy is that type of claim, we do own the flag. Please submit that through the Navy court so we can get this settled officially. Like, that would be an appropriate response?
Yes.
Just to prevent any escalation on their half.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time. You have honestly alleviated quite a bit of stress that we've all kind of been on edge about for a while now.
Hi, no worries. I mean, obviously it was an unfortunate situation which happened on your island, and we hope that it never needs to happen again. And I hope that we can, obviously continue to foster peace and harmony, if you will, on your island, and that everyone is happy and able to work towards their goals. And we can one day see your status as a privateer returned.
Okay, and then I guess one final question, and then we'll let you get back to your actual work.
Hi.
The pirate reports that we were turning in, is that strictly privateers get paid for that, or can civilians turn in legitimate information they find and get compensation for kind of putting themselves at risk?
The pay structure is inherent to the privateers. Obviously, you are free to turn in reports. Operations and NID is able to, in specific circumstances or in special circumstances, pay for that. In general, we don't, outside of brokered agreements. So if there is a unique opportunity that you find where you have access to something that might lead to intelligence, I would encourage you to obviously submit whatever you have, but reach out to, you can come here and submit it through the trade stalls. Try and get in contact get a meeting with one of the secretaries for naval intelligence, and try to get yourself set up to be able to provide that information in a way that is beneficial to the Navy and safe to yourself.
All right.
I got a question.
I have an answer.
Say if I knew what times all the Black Rose went around patrolling their waters and stuff like that, the exact time to the exact finish.
Oh no.
People pay for that?
I'm not gonna say I can't say yes or no because I'm not NID and I don't know what naval intelligence would pay for. We would love to have that information. Don't get me wrong. Obviously we get a lot of reports, a lot of things, and we have to verify all of them. And so of course we'd verify it. We can't just trust everyone, or every privateer would have had their letter of marque revoked at this point. And not that we don't trust you, but it's the whole trust but verify thing. There could be a deal, and it'd largely be around, it wouldn't be like if you stumble upon information, we probably wouldn't pay you for that. We'd ask you to submit it and we'd verify it. If you have access to something, if you have access to information, or if you have a line of communication that the Navy does not have that affords you continuous access to information, we're getting into the territory of kind of informancy, which is something NID does do. That is something that could be compensated for, but that is of course an agreement between yourselves and naval intelligence.
Okay, that's all. I think I'll try and go back to the ship. But thank you for answering all of our questions.
Yeah, no worries. I want to make sure that
been very informative.
I want to make sure that everyone has all the information that they need.
Okay, Drax, do you have more carry weight than me?
Just a roper.
So I might be able to carry her.
Too heavy.
Would you like me to try?
Yeah, if you would like to.
Ooh, I didn't think about this. I am. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's not bad. There's like a 50% chance I'm gonna get a boot to the face in a second here when she wakes up.
Oh, headaches.
Oh, there we can move a little bit quicker. I'm waiting for it to happen. I know it's gonna happen.
It takes a little bit longer for it to wake up.
And
Where is your ship
only-
docked?
To the left. That's it's one that you can only.
Hold on 1 second. Miss Giant? Oh, we're good. Never mind.
Okay.
Never mind. That is not our ship. Our ship must be further down.
Our ship is indeed this direction, though.
It's not that one? Looks like something bad happened right there.
Ooh, yeah. We'll have to get our... Oh my goodness.
There's ours.
Is this you right here in Dock I?
Yes.
Alright, if you're good, I'll just set her here, and I'll let you take it the rest of the way.
Thank you very much. That works for me. Whoops. I didn't mean to laugh at you there.
No worries. Alright. Let me know if you have any further questions, otherwise have a safe journey home.
I think you've answered everything we needed.
Alright, and again, my name is Master Davenport, just in case you need to reference that again. But I would look forward to, hopefully, I don't want to say never hearing from you again, but hopefully you have a peaceful and prosperous island.
Yes, it'll be a better conversation next time.
Aye. Alright, I'll leave you to it. Thank you.
Yes, see you around. Thank
Yep,
you.
have a good day. Ooh, didn't get kidnapped. Did not get kidnapped. I figured that would have been the longest kidnap play ever, so we're probably fine there.
Yeah. I need. Jesus.
Same.
Actually, the first pussy I've ever seen.
Wait, what?
Wow. Wow.
Just so you know, Miss Mo, I cannot hear a single thing you're saying.
What?
Wow. There's Nash. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Let's fly.
I think it's.
Maybe let's fly up to Capro. Of course, can I get there from this way? I don't know if I can go up this hill. We're gonna try. Yeah, I can get up here. There we go. There's the bridge. Whoa. Yep, that's the risk. That's the risk with Nash.
Top deck.
And you don't. Hey.
Captain Duncan, are you here? We're just gonna, just so I don't waste time. No, he's offline. What about Coop? He's offline. What about Cleveson? He's offline. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Real treat.
And that's, I think, all we can really ask for is that we give each other the respect that we're all Navy men and women. We're all putting the same amount of, well, not the same amount of effort, obviously. Higher up you go, the more effort you put in. But, we're all here dedicated to the duty to king and country.
Aye.
And we should all be respected by each other for at least that very, very bit.
And effort's very hard to measure because no one sees what everyone does at every given moment of the day.
Oh, no. It's like, good lord, what the kitchen staff does for us and to keep this island fed is
sorry.
Beyond absurd, considering how few of
It's been that way the whole
they,
time.
They do it, and they put the work in, and they don't just, we just don't see it, and so it sort of sometimes
flame?
goes unnoticed.
The flame?
Yeah, I mean, I started
It's
out
the
as a
flame,
cook.
isn't it?
That was my first job in the Navy.
Oh, that's terrible.
Cooked for a half a deployment, so I know exactly what they're going through. Hot-ass kitchen, rotting food, lack of materials, lack of one ingredient to finish a dish.
Oh my god, that
You
looks
can't
terrible,
go out
but
and
okay.
get it because you have to requisition it from trade. Fucking headaches.
Seems to be. That's why I am glad that I am terrible in the kitchen.
Same.
Boiled water.
Hopefully you make up for it in the bedroom.
Ooh. On that note, you guys haven't seen Duncan or Cleveson at all, have you?
They both.
No, they both went to sleep.
Okay, sounds good. Enjoy
Did you
your.
need something?
No, I was just we have to change some orders for tomorrow, but I think they got the note already.
Oh, where are we going now?
I think we're going to the same area, but I think instead of setting up a forward operating base at Broken Harbor, we're going to build one with the Minerva.
Aye. Cam Cleveson informed us of that. So,
Perfect.
Yes.
They're
Yeah,
also
okay.
yeah. So things keep changing, so I'm sure this whole thing will change tomorrow before you leave. But
Well, I mean, apparently we had a place to stay, and then the privateers collapsed into another group of privateers.
yeah, there is it's the Sunless Legion. There's exactly one privateer group and no governors in that whole four-grid quadrant. So, and they are merging with Crimson Black, which is just north of there. So, fortunately, that means Broken Harbor is the nearest one. So we're gonna set up a forward operating base of our own.
We're resetting up a base there?
Apparently, I haven't heard all the specifics about yet, but we're gonna take the galleon and build our own one.
How recent are those plans? Because Coop ran off like an hour ago to look for. There's an application for a new privateer company or something.
Yes, there's one. I forget where it is, but it's in that quadrant somewhere. So we might be heading to them to set up with the Minerva to set up there.
Alright.
We're working on that. You'll have a forward operating base.
Let's just say there's at least two different plans going on.
Yes.
In case one falls through with the other.
There are 5 plans, and probably one of them will happen.
For sure the galleon will go out regardless.
Give me 1 second. I have one more thing for you all. Sorry, chat. I need to mute us for a second. Okay, we're back.
Right.
We're trying to like figure out the logistics more of these 48-hour patrols. So, I'd love suggestions around like what do we do? Like you said, Burke. If I'm guessing you're not planning to be awake when we depart.
Right. So they're gonna take me with them and then join you as, as like wake up.
What would you think about down by the war docks, like a sleeper house, right? A little one-room house with like a sign on one wall, whatever, that is for an extended deployment. And the
Take me
idea.
with you, house.
What was that?
Take me with you, house.
Yes, to take me with your house. It'd be like, let it be known, if you fall asleep in this house, you'll be dragged on this next deployment. And if
you will wake up in action, possibly under fire.
If you wake up, like, make sure your name is on the list, and if you're laying here, you'll be drugged upon the ship. If you fall asleep here, you may just wake up in like D6 with no idea what's happening.
If the ships that are going out are not already full, because I feel like we're going to get full ships, and then someone's going to check the house. Oh, there's 5 people in here. What do we do now?
Galleon.
That's the thing we need to balance.
The nature of the 48-hour deployment means that there will only be a few times in which the entire group of people that get signed up will likely be awake during it. So if we go above what is typically the patrol limit of 25, if we have like 35 people on the patrol, or the 2-day patrol, the crews can be assorted from those mixtures. Now, it will mean at times that some people will be limited, but if we have the galleon, or like last time, if we have a schooner, they might not be able to go on the same patrol, but they could still go elsewhere and do some work on.
Yeah,
so having more than the limit is not necessarily a problem.
That is actually a good idea.
Yeah, and we've talked about that. The question there is, technically speaking, if 35 of you departed on 2 brigs, assuming that the 2 brigs can hold that weight, or we have a 3rd ship, we have to split those 2 brigs up if they're engaged on the way down there.
Right, no, you don't. Those people are asleep.
Well, I suppose if there's only 25 people awake, but if there's 29 people awake,
yeah, I got you.
We run into like we should not get any engagements, or we have to bring the galleon, or we have to bring a schooner and have 10 people on there. We can have more than 25 on the entire extended
bring
deployment.
that one sloop of ours. It's quick enough to stay out of any fight. Just pile the sleepers on there. That could be the sleeper.
And honestly, that is the plan. Is to originally Puffins was very much against having that schooner there. I think it was the Phoenix that you took last time, just because it does put us over the limit. I think didn't Silver Meadows bring it out there with the pre-supply and then leave it there, and then you all went out together?
Yes.
Yeah.
He brought it out ahead of time.
Yeah. So I mean, it is a Navy ship that is kind of additional ship that's out of action that we don't need. We can't sail all 3 in tandem, but from my understanding, that was indispensable to the coordination of that 48-hour, with being able to run back some intel. In theory, you could load it up with the sleepers, and that ship's mission is just fly straight, right? Go there earlier.
A prisoner with.
Yep. Brought back a prisoner. Yeah. So. The operating plan going forward that was approved is that a full task force like this is a 2 brig combination with a pre-supply done by Master Nim and a rapid response schooner. Whether that goes out with the brigs or goes out ahead of time and is left on site. The other thing I should mention is plan is to have up to 6 officers, basically 1 to 2 captains, 1 to 2 lieutenants, 1 to 2 ensigns. You should have at least 4. To help cover kind of the zombie hours.
So, like, I too was of the school of thought that we should be bringing more than 25, but based on experience in this last thing, I really liked the, working with the privateer groups. So we did, a tandem patrol for the early patrol with them, because, the early patrol, we could get enough people awake, and that was great. And then on the later patrol, we brought 2 of the privateers on our ship to fill in additional crew, because not everybody was awake, even for the late one. And in both instances, I think they're very beneficial to everybody, including the privateers learning some Navy tricks. Having just the experience. Plus, we having 25 people over there on their island for that amount of time really, I think, helped to liven things up.
Yep. Yeah, and obviously, I think we're authorizing additional voyage stipends, if you will, for the captains to be able to kind of simulate that economy, but what we don't necessarily want is like, oh, we're gonna send one brig with 15 sailors down there, and the only way you can actually run a combat effective patrol is with a privateer and with everybody awake. That's what we'd like to avoid, right? That's where we talked about sending Captain Smythe out by himself, or Captain Sharp out, to do a 24-hour patrol like that. But you end up with only, they'll do 1 or 2 patrols in the hours in which that captain's usually awake. They might muster, half a dozen or 8 sailors at an off hour. But even if you put 25 on there, well, the brig can't hold 25. But 2 brigs in a schooner is really the format we want.
Aye, it definitely worked the last time.
Good format.
Yeah, so I would, I mean, at this point, the standing request has been that Capro does one of these a week. It might change, it'll likely change the day. We as operations will do one a week. We might also move towards like we're going to do 2 a week, and we're going to have like a sign-up sheet for the captains and lieutenants in ensigns, basically, in which like Capro would basically say like, yep, we'll take Wednesday, Thursday, or whatever, or Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, as it were. So our whole goal with that is to be able to get those planned far enough in advance that you'll see them, they'll be posted, and you can, if you need to, adjust your schedules or, make plans to be able to do that.
Yeah, I would suggest definitely keeping them going to the privateer places, though.
Yep, that's the plan, right?
I don't like this
Yeah.
set up our own outpost thing.
Yeah,
like,
we had
doesn't have the same benefit.
We had initially requested basically 2 grids over, so that'd be C and D 5 and 6, which would include Broken Harbor, it'd include the French, some other things in there, and that got turned into B and C 5 and 6 for reasons that are well above me.
So I don't think having a forward operating base is a bad idea. I think if we started to do every deployment,
yeah, the hope is, and we're kind of still in this like pre-supply moment. The plan going forward will be that we won't need to do this. We will just already have an account of what bases are supplied. After you do a 48-hour like this, we would just get a list of what needs to be resupplied out there and send Master Nim in the interim. Hopefully we'd have these bases and we don't need to coordinate a pre-supply or a building of an actual outpost with the Minerva. We'll get there.
Hi. Well, I'm looking forward to it.
Hi. I'm debating if I'll go on this one because I'm gonna have a very restrictive schedule for the next 3 days.
It's worth it, even if you do.
Yeah, you can say that my brain partner is gonna be out of town and I will have a screaming nightmare with me. So I might not be of very much use.
This one, with us not being at a privateer, may not be as interesting.
Well, there's still Crimson Black and Broken Harbor are still nearby. You just have to poke out of that quadrant to get to them, which they should still do, right?
But that also assumes that you have crew awake to go with you, right? Whereas you were on a privateer island, you would, if you wake up early as fuck and you feel like and invited somebody, you're on somebody's island, you over there and be like,
yeah, if we take half a patrol to their island hoping to come along and they can't, then you're stuck.
Yeah.
Not enough.
Well, that's where that schooner would come in handy, right? Be able to, like, you're set up wherever you're at. We can say, like, hey, we're going to do the next patrol at just noon, for example. Can we get an ensign or lieutenant or someone to zip over to Broken Harbor quick and let them know, hey, are you able to field a brig at noon tomorrow? We can field one if you can field one. And they just come over and meet you.
All right, you all have a good night.
All right, good night,
Yeah,
Mr.
it'll be, like half as effective because, like, even the like tandem patrol we went on, like, so I woke up early as shit that morning, went and talked to the governess, and like dropped the idea in her ear, right, like early, and then she went and like talked to her crew, and then like a couple hours later was like, yeah, we can maybe do that, and I was like, okay, I'll go talk to the captain. And then I got to go talk to the captain, and the captain's like, "Yeah, let's talk to everybody and see if we want to do that." You know what I mean? It was like a 12-hour
Mm-hmm.
planning of
Yeah.
this thing, but it was all impromptu. You know what I mean?
Aye.
So like sailing over on a schooner and being like, "Hey, tonight maybe we might be able to get over here, depending on everybody waking up on time." Like that shit's not going to work at all.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, and I'll
it
say,
could, but the chances of it working are slim.
I'll say like we're still ideating, if you will. So the first one, I don't want to say it was a shot in the dark, but we really didn't know how the one last week was going to go, and it was a resounding success. So we're continue to use that template. We're going to try it again in a very less populated quadrant and see what happens. And it might be this one doesn't work as well, and we'll learn from that, and we'll pick better grids next time. But obviously,
Great.
I think you're
oh, the grids last week. Oh, the grids last week were fantastic, from my understanding.
Yeah.
The grid, yeah.
I feel like there were several fortuitous circumstances.
Yes.
All lined up. I don't
Yep.
think this one's going to be quite the same, but
Aye.
I hope it is. But
They can't always be as good as the first, right?
It still allows us an opportunity to, visit all those places, stop and see the people who down there who don't see the Navy in the same way that we're able to provide on
Aye.
the patrols, and it'll be good for us to just kind of put that kind of time in, regardless of if it's a huge success stopping pirates, uncovering dark secrets upon innocents and whatnot. Probably not, but we're still going to make it the very best that we can.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean they can't, like I said, they can't always be as good as the first, right? Maybe we get one with more fortuitous circumstances in the future, and things are fantastic. But you're gonna have some of these that are duller than the last, and that's fine, right? It'll still be exciting. It'll still reach that goal.
Yeah, I would suggest going to privateer ports that are having like, struggling, keeping people awake, kind of thing.
Aye. Yep.
Give them a little boost of
A little morale injection,
humans
if you will.
there.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes, the Moonlit definitely seem to appreciate our presence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that quadrant was specifically picked out because there were several relatively new privateer groups there, or relatively green, I'll say, as well as the presence of Port Innocence, as you obviously all ran across. But that quadrant also we had spent much time in. A lot of those people we had never been out there for, besides the inspections. So that was a really good one to be visible in. And this one has that same stance. There's just not much else out there for us. Ooh, hey, watch out, that's hot.
Yeah, tried to jump over it and missed. Did it again.
Oh,
Ow.
you're over 2 there, Seaman.
Yeah, you are definitely not Jack.
Over 3.
Good lord.
Wait. See, it's not that hard.
Seems easy enough, doesn't it?
Whoa.
Nope.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what is it? 0 for
You
5?
skipped leg day, Steven.
Yeah.
Seriously, what the fuck is going on? Why can't I run? Alright.
Oh god. All right, but yeah, no. Whatever it is, whatever we end up doing, I'm excited for it because it's something new, something
Yeah,
different.
it'll be good. Be good. All right. Well, I actually do have to go figure out who this other applicant for letter of marque is and get fragment orders cut for tomorrow, so that Cleves and Duncan know where they're. Seriously, that's like 7 seamen. I think
I swear to God, I'm not doing it on
Appreciate
purpose.
you.
I think we've established that you can't do it.
I appreciate.
No, Mr. Davenport.
Thank you for all your hard work.
Are you talking to me, Taylor? Oh, thank you. Hey, okay. Now somewhere between those two. See, there you go.
Oh, I fucked it up too.
It's 'cause
I should probably not do that
over it.
bird feathers
Yeah,
on fire.
the bird.
Well, at least I didn't fall in the fire.
I wonder if we can like high five in midair. Like, what if we? You ready? 3,
We're gonna bounce
2,
off each other.
1. Oh. We can do it. You can do it. 360. Almost.
That was a- There you go.
Woo. Okay, I'm gonna go get this shit figured out, then I'm gonna go to bed.
Right.
I'm sure I made the mistake of walking down to the trade docks earlier, and that took 3 hours.
So you just have to keep your eyes forward and keep walking like you don't see anyone.
Yeah. Well, like, I knew I had to go down there to do 2 things, and one of them that I thought was gonna take an hour took about 5 minutes. I'm like, oh great. And then Acid-True or the Ass Blasters, whatever they are, were like, hey, we have questions. An hour later, I'm like, do you need like a law book to describe this? Because Jesus, you have a lot of questions. So, okay. Well, have a good night. Enjoy the fire.
Good night.
I'll see you all around. I might be on the ship tomorrow. I don't know if I'll be awake and it departs, but we'll see.
Hopefully.
All right. Have a good night, all.
You as well. Does anybody here have?
Okay, I'm turning this shit up because I can't handle that. Oh, so much better. We'll see if that holds. That was a fun conversation. Was it 12:30? It's 12:30 in the morning my time. I probably have another half hour to an hour. We'll have to see. Whoa. See, Nash is just too fast. We'll have to see if we get into any of their shenanigans. I think everyone else largely went to bed. I haven't seen the secretary in a little while. I know he was out at the zoo, if I read that right. I might have a little bit of confidential stuff to do. Have some proposals to write up. So we'll see how longer. Actually, let's check the main hall. I don't think I check it every day. I don't think I've ever gotten anything in my mailbox. Close. None of those. None of those. What do we got here? Trade fair. Oh, trade fair this weekend. Son of a bitch. I figured that out. Good thing. Okay, it's not
Good
Tuesday.
morning.
Oh, good morning. How are you?
Doing all right. I'm gonna be ringing the bells here in a moment. You get people off island.
I'm just going out to like a seawall patrol or.
I don't think I have authorization because I'm a master mate, but ideally, at the very farthest, we'll go into B3 just to take a look.
Just poke your head in.
Yeah.
Sounds good. I've got some paperwork to do, and then I'm gonna pass the fuck out. So.
All right.
I'll probably see you.
Feel free to not attend the parade grounds when I ring the bell.
I might come up, but hopefully you get a crew. How long do you think you'll be out for?
At the very, very longest 2 hours, but more than likely 1 hour.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see. Are you gonna take out probably a schooner then?
Yeah, ideally the quiver. If we get enough people to take 2 schooners out, that'd be even better.
Ooh, that'd be good. Tempest, did you submit an application for the ensign program?
Yep.
Okay,
it might still be in.
Oh no, it's not. You can tell it's not.
Yep.
All right. I was gonna say you should if you didn't, but good that you did. Oh, he actually.
Hopefully this time something happens.
Okay, did you apply? Did you apply for the first round?
Yeah. Yep. And apparently my application was too short.
Ooh.
So I just added a bunch of BS in there while keeping it to the point.
Well, that sounds like a true ensign to me. I know. I was gonna say I know. Operations was taking bets on the number of applicants. I put mine at 28, and I'll tell you, we're not that far away from that. There are a lot of applicants, so it'll be a pretty what's the word I'm looking for? Not challenging. My brain's not working because it's like 1 in the morning. Not tedious. It'll be a very strong pool. That's not the right word for it, but
real thing is
competitive. It'll be a very competitive pool. But we'll find 8 good ones, and hopefully, you shine through on that.
My main concern right now is all the captain's houses are full, or they just don't have people in their time slots, and then we have a bunch of people in time slots that don't have a captain's house.
That's why I wish, and I know you've been here since the beginning of the deployment, right?
Yeah.
I know how the deployment began kind of screwed us, if you will, in that regard, with just kind of getting off the ground. I obviously the high command is not gonna like promote ensigns to lieutenants or lieutenants to captains that don't deserve it. But I would love to see some captains in like this hour. They're just, I mean, Cleveland and Duncan are sometimes still awake, but from like now until Sharp comes on duty, there's just
All
kind
you
of no
have
one.
is Sawyer, sometimes Oliver, and Murphy.
If we can, I mean, even Lieutenant Kinsley is I mean at the tail end of this kind of hour, but that's a bit earlier than Sharp. If we can get 2 or 3 captains in that time period, I mean, even having that ensign group, even having Murphy and Sawyer as lieutenants will help a bit with that, because we can give them tasks. They won't have houses until they do their captaincy tests, but we can give them active orders and we can get people on the water and start forming those crews. They just don't have official houses yet.
So, in that regard, because we don't have any ensigns or lieutenants, can I get the just the permission just to go into B3, like that northern half of it, just to poke our head around, not actually like hail anybody, but just to make sure there's nothing weird going on?
I'm debating if I can give you that permission.
All right, how about a suggestion?
Do you like, you want me to give you a suggestion, or you want to give me a suggestion?
Like, do you think I would get in a bunch of trouble for doing that? Like, we're not going doing any port inspections. We're not going asking people questions. We're just sailing into B3. If we see sets of sails, we can come back into B2 and stay close to the Navy Island. And if they come into our sector, then investigate and then hail if needed.
I really want to tell you that you can. I think the devil's advocate question would be, if you are essentially, this is a presence patrol, right? You're just kind of, you know, making around your I don't want to say giving people something to do, but you're doing a patrol B2, which is necessary. Poking your head into B3, you know, covering the top, say, third north side of those islands there. If you, the devil's advocate would say, if you plan to not engage any ships that you see or just turn and run,
yes, why
do the patrol in B3?
That is true.
So that's I think it's a good idea. I'm debating with myself if I have the, you know what, you will have my permission from operations to, as long as you stay, let me look at my map real quick.
I'll tell you what, verbally you're saying yes, but on paper it'll be a no. That way if anything does happen, it's on me.
Here's what I would suggest. It's basically a presence patrol, right? Focus on B2, head over to the Freeport, you know, cover some of the ingress and egress lines, trade routes in and out. What would be good is, head down towards the shimmer with B2 and B3. Verbally, go ahead and cross over. Go ahead and check out that other side, especially if you have 2 schooners in there quick enough, right? Where maybe you could accost a brigantine, or you could both just run. Or you're on one schooner that's fast enough where they're just never going to catch you, and you can make flight back to the war docks. Go ahead and cross that shimmer. Try and stay on the north side of those islands. I know that northeastern island is pretty close to the shimmer, but stay around there. Don't get sucked into the center of the island, chasing someone down. But that's a presence patrol, right? Poke your head in. Best case scenario, right? Nothing happens, I guess. Middle best case scenario, you come across a lone brigantine pirating someone, and the sight of 2 Navy schooners just kind of scares them off, right? Or, you know, some civilians see you and, you know, the presence is known. We're right here, so it's not that big of a deal. Verbally, go ahead and cross that shimmer. Just stay close enough where you could turn and zip back into the war docks as needed.
All right, will do. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go check to see the schooners, see what they need for manpower, and then see what we can muster.
Sounds good. I'll leave you to it then.
All right, thank you.
All right, have a good one. Oh, yeah, that's full up. Look at that. Do I have another? Yeah, let's do this. Actually, read, edit. We're gonna take all of that. You can't see this because I have you locked out of my intel. Add your name sign up below. What did we title that? Task Force Indigo Extended Patrol May 3 through 5. Drop that there. We are going to we are going to pick up the wall notice. And we are going to 1, 2. Read. Okay, this. Oh, oh, there we go. Sometimes I am not smart. We're gonna go like this. We're gonna get rid of that, 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 there. There. And then we're gonna go read. We're gonna go that. 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 There. 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 All right. Let's go to the summons today. What horses are these? Charger Gallop. Yeah, we'll take Ops.
That's why not, right?
Hi. Did you call this one?
Tempest does. He wants to take
Oh,
over
Tempest.
control.
Oh, yeah, I just spoke to him, so. We're not going to stand up here that often.
There was at least 5 people down at trade.
If you see someone higher ranking than me, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to just,
I really.
Hi.
I just.
Yeah, watch the secretary walk up now.
That'd be funny, wouldn't it?
Funny is one word for it.
The kid.
Oh, sorry. You want your spot?
Lions hurt.
They can't.
They do.
Hang tight, we're just
Not
waiting
if you shoot
for Tempest to come back, and then he's going to get you all briefed.
Sorry? Oh no, Miss
Please
Giant,
don't,
please
Miss Giant,
don't.
please don't.
That sounds fun.
God damn it, I was gonna change the signpost sign to tell you, but you can't change the ones that face down.
Oh, yeah,
Alright, I'll make this
these are locked to high command.
Oh.
I was gonna make that one read
That would-
Saya.
If a secretary comes up, you yell, okay? Oh, I might not be able to do it.
No.
Oh, you can, you just have...
How many?
can't. Can you see it?
Yeah, you have to look up and hold it.
I don't even see that. I don't even see the option for it.
One on it.
What the heck? Oh, there it is. Nah.
Oh.
You know what? I could just remove.
Yeah. Up. Up.
Okay.
Just everybody.
Oh, there you are. There you are, Tempest. We're
All
being
right,
very serious, I promise.
Awesome. Does anybody here not have enough time for an hour to 2 hours?
Fuck it. We salute.
Feel free to go ahead and dismiss yourselves.
Where they?
Oh. Cadet, go ahead and fall in line on the red line. Mr. Bly, are you able to go attend or no?
Sure, why not?
So I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, Master Davenport, are you able to attend or no?
No, I'll be staying here. I'll be staying here.
Alright.
Mr.
All right.
Wickens might attend. He's finishing up with customer down at the trade dock.
Awesome, awesome. Mastermate Bly, because we need Mastermate's permission to take a schooner out, I'll have you on schooner 1. I need... Mr. Collins, there'll be 1 bosun. I need 1 more. I need 1 more bosun to step forward.
Mr. Wickens could bosun.
All right. Mr. Bly, you will be the captain for the HMS Dunnock.
Hey.
And Mr. Wickens will be your bosun.
Okay.
I need 4 people to move over to the blue line.
You know, I know there's more people. Like, I think they're down at the dry docks, so looking at the Hamburg.
Possibly. Alright, there's 2, there's 3, and there's 4. Alright, Mr. Bly, take everyone on the blue line to the HMS Dunnock. I already have interns on the front 2 gun ports for your ship.
Nice.
Just make sure it's good to go. If you don't want the helm, that's fine. But we just need to have a mastermate aboard it.
That's okay. Yeah, I'm a bit sleepy. I'll probably pass it to somebody else if anybody wants.
There you go. Alright, and the rest of all, go down to the HMS Quiver.
And then Mr. Wickens will need to be notified. So,
Yeah, actually, Mr. Collins, do you want to head to trade docks and then we'll pick you up?
yeah, that's fine. All right.
Yeah, just tell
somebody else
Wickens
will do
to...
that.
Yeah. Yeah, alright, Sailor Collins, I'll put your name on there.
All right, and then make sure that somebody else inspects the ship, Mr. Tempest.
Yep. If there's anybody at trade also wants to go, just have them come with you.
All right.
Yo, good, Tempest?
Meet you over at trade.
Yep, we're good. We got 11 people, actually 12 with Mr. Wickens.
Perfect.
So we'll have 6 on each ship.
All right, have a good one.
Thanks, you too.
Y'all probably heard that, didn't you? Right, fly back. I want to check and see if they posted a time. Not yet. Okay. You son of a bitch. I'll do it. I'll do it.
No, you won't.
You really don't think I will? Don't you jump that ledge.
Not again, not again,
I
not
will.
again.
I will rekey that door. Where you going? Where you going? I can reload faster than you think. Tear it all down. Tear it all down.
Tag, you're it. You're it.
Blinded by the light.
Oh god, that's so bright. Oh my
Rescue
God.
lantern. Rescue lantern.
I thought that was the Puffin's emergency code red. Chopping it all to pieces. Oh no!
Burn it to the ground.
No! 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 Repair it!
Wait,
Repair
is it actually damaged? Oh,
Little bit.
come on! It's
Almost.
damaged like 3%.
This is not the place I thought I was going to be having a sword fight.
Okay, we can be done now before one of us actually dies. Are you
One more.
are you actually hurt or not?
Yes, I'm pretty late.
I did just spend some brain power into fighting, so
Oh yes, circular strike. Do you have critical as well? I've been reading
I
find literature on critical.
I don't-
It matters more to me than circular.
I don't, right? Because that's a whole different button, if you will.
Aye.
Yeah, no, I don't have that. I do still have.
It's
Oh, how many do I have?
Spent money on captaineering stuff to get reload overdrive earlier. Found that
Yeah.
book finally.
I do still have like 93 IQ to deal with, so.
Oh yes, I spent some points earlier.
Ironically, paperwork
quick
takes
question.
no brain power, so.
We're running out of room for the active orders.
Yes, what we should do
Pack some of
is
those up.
pick one of these. What's in this one? God, there's shit everywhere. There's shit
Also,
everywhere.
it's May now. We should move all the April
Son of a
files
bitch.
away, right?
Okay, this one right here. Active orders. Actually, what we should do, here's what we should do. Move. Why are you standing right here for?
In your way.
Some bitch. You're just pulling those out. Yeah.
Yep.
More options. Move forward. Oh, move backward. There you go. Because these don't count against any limit, right?
I don't think so.
Let me get a couple more. Oh, this desk is so full up here.
Wait a second. Why are the orders assigned for now today, both in the red shelf and?
Oh, is it
on the active order?
502.1 for Master Nim?
No, there's 2 for the Master Nim on May 2nd. There's 1 for Cleveson for the 3rd.
Yep, that's the 48 hour.
They already have that there because
Yep.
there's a copy in the red shelf and one over there.
Yeah, I don't know where the red shelf one came from, but that one can be filed. Oh, it might be because I think Coop had to change it, so.
There's duplicate. I essentially have 3 documents that are duplicates of the other 3 that are currently not in folders over here.
Yeah, so what I usually do when it's like we've cut an order and it's like for today, I'll just leave it unfolded. Or if it's for the future, and then once it's done, I'll put it in the active order. So I need to pull it quickly. I don't have to dig through the entire thing. But I would say you can go through here, and anything from March or April can get filed in the armoire.
All right.
We will. Which one do we say? This one. Yeah, this one here. What's in this shit? Oh, wow. Okay, this is. Privateer weekly reports. Shoot, I just realized I pulled a bunch of gold out and never locked it in the ledger. Oops.
Bad Davenport. Alright, well, I'm pulling out like all the orders because they're all March and April.
Yeah, that works. 737137. I remember that. 737137. This was to pay Infinite. Infinite. This was 2/5/32 by Davenport, and this was 40G. And this was Satru. 1722. This was by Devin. Sorry, my typing is so loud. I know. This was 95G for weekly pay / application reimbursement refund. $37 gold, 37 silver. Okay. Done. Done. What else did I have to do? Ooh. Oh, I need a Frago for. I need a Frago for this. Sorry, you can't. I wonder what. Hold on one second, chat. How bad does this look? Or this look? We're going to check with that because you can't see the screen. So, of course, I have no water left. Actually, we're going to be right back for a second. I'll get some water. Hang tight. Don't break nothing. Okay, we're back. What is? Oh, that is the microphone. Okay, we'll take that over there. Okay, I'm gonna have to leave it here on this screen because you can't see these orders we're writing. And otherwise, just leaving it on the screen looks weird. So, hang tight while we read over this. I just need to cut this Frago. Yeah, so we need a sheet of paper. That works there. We will go. For 503.1. Situation. Mission. Execution. Signal. Logistics. Logistics. Situation. No change. Mission. No change. Signal. No change. Logistics. No change. Execution. Operating base at in no, that was is no longer active. Said you will work in concert with the HMS in Nerva and Master in to set up a new operating base at your discretion. Let's copy all that for a second because I need to jump. I need to jump to Blue Book. File 3.1. Oh, that's my inventory. Ta-da! File 3.1. A3 Sea Wolves, A3 Hammer and Training, D3. Really? Why is it still on hold? We're gonna clear that one. No, we need to verify that one. C1 E4, C2 E1 C6. I'll take governorship. What's this one? F4. Okay. C6. Wonderful breaker. Oh God, that's so tiny. What is that island even? Wow. Okay. Okay. Sure. Sorry, I have to sneeze. I have to sneeze. Woo! Didn't grab that button fast enough. For governorship in C6 in the quadrant that may be a suitable candidate. Third, sorry, and this is boring, but it's literally paperwork, and you can't see it because it's a fragmented order. 1722, Master Davenport. Okay. Did I spell? I spelled discretion wrong. At your discretion. I'm of governorship in the quadrant that may be suitable candidate.
Oh, Davenport.
Right?
The revocation for the privateers. How do you pronounce it? Azatru? Is that the name?
I just call them ass blasters.
Okay,
I
that's
think
what
it's
you were
I think
talking
it's
to me about
I
earlier.
think it's a Sadru.
Azatru. All right. So we just provided Callahan and I just the other day the updated list of privateers to all the captains. So and lieutenants, I think. So know that I'm sure they mostly do, since some of them took part in it, but that'll need to be marked off.
Yes. Did you mark it off of the black book already?
I'm about to do that right now. I just thought of it as I was about to do it.
I strike it. I'm debating. What are your thoughts between removing it or putting a note saying it's been revoked?
We've been putting notes to say it's been revoked with asterisks beside it, so that's what I'm planning on
Yeah,
doing.
do
and
that.
Then
Just-
logging the
yeah.
revocation document beside that letter of marque.
Right. They are planning on. I actually just spoke to them at the trade docks because we owed them a bit of pay for a various number of things. They are planning on basically appealing that. So
Okay.
we'll see where that goes. But I had a very honest conversation with them around. I mean, here's what you'll need to do, and I look forward to them being given their letter of marque back. We want as many privileges as possible, but as we identified, there are a number of things that need to be rectified before that happens. But they are entitled to appeal that before the court, and I hope that they can get to the point where they can get their letter of marque back. Essentially, the court thing would be a two-stage process where my understanding is they take it to court. Somebody from operations, probably Cooper, myself, would basically defend the action taken in there, where we would say, yep, here are all the reasons, here's the evidence we have of what happened, why we made the decision we did, here's an affidavit from NID, here's all the evidence we have, redacted, blah, 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 whatever. The court would then decide if the revocation was legitimate, which it was, so that's not a concern. But the second stage would be if Asatru says, yes, all those things are true, or some of those things, here's XYZ, we've fixed these things and we're petitioning for their reinstatement based off those grounds. And that maybe they get it. It will take some time, but
Well, yep, at least they're trying, but it'll be
yeah.
interesting to see how that process works out for the first time.
Honestly, hold on a second. Sorry, I'm gonna mute you. Welcome back. Yeah, so I mean, maybe they get their mark back, but people need to be in jail, so. Wallace, we went over order writing, correct?
Yes, we did.
Did I ever show you what a fragment order of fragment? My brains were not.
We talked about a fragmented order, but did
Yeah. Here, let me show you what one looks like. This is what a Frago looks like. I'm not going to show it on screen chat because that's what I just wrote and it's got information in it. Sucks to be you.
Ah, yes, okay, I remember. Yes, you have to specify no change to the areas of no change. and then
Yes. Yeah.
update it.
Obviously when we do active orders, you'll see some people do like we don't do it, but sometimes you'll see it where it is like the actual act, like the issued order has like one situation and they spell it out. We don't as much. We flow it like text. But when we do a Frago, we even if there's no change to it, we specify it so they know there's no change to this. There's no change to the signal. They don't have to try and pick out which parts are which. It is just the execution has changed.
Ah, understood.
Hi.
So Browning seems to have edited the master privateer list as of May 2nd, and they are no longer in the list at all. So all their information is wiped off the master.
That's fine. I
Yes,
think.
we probably want to be consistent, though. I still think it's useful to still have their information listed just with a note.
Do you have what you need there to add them back from their application? It should still be in there under the revoked letters of marque.
Yes, it is. All right.
Yeah, if you could just put what you have there back in it.
Yes, I also have mental notes of all of it, so I can.
Of course you do. Sorry guys, I also have my 10-month-old daughter up on the screen next to me over here. And if she screams, I have to step away. She's not currently screaming, so that's good. We got those. Okay, those are disseminated. I need to actually go put one in Master's chest. Oh dear lord. Who's here?
How dare you?
Oh my goodness.
Hello, Davenport.
Hello, Miss Mouse.
How are you Mr. Davenport.
Good day, Secretary. How are you?
We went and did the inspection on Deck Flicks, which was not needed, but it was a wonderful place. If you ever have a chance, or if I ever go back there, I'm dragging you with me, Davenport.
You won't have to, sir. I'll just go with you. I mean, you're welcome to
Fair
drag
enough.
me if that makes you happy.
Fair enough. It was great. It was fantastic. Wasn't it, Miss Mouse? Miss Mouse danced on a table.
Oh, wow. That's how you know it's good.
Right?
Yeah, they invited me to come and dance on a table.
Ooh. Ooh.
Is there an owl?
There is a rabbit upstairs.
There is a rabbit upstairs.
Yeah, have you not seen the rabbit?
I need to go get me.
You want to come see the rabbit?
Yeah, it's upstairs, all the way upstairs.
That's my best friend.
Oh yeah.
I love
Oh, I
him.
didn't realize you had keys to these doors.
Look how cute he is!
Look, he's almost as tall as you.
I know, he's almost as tall
Perfect.
as me. Not quite, though.
Look at that hat. The hat's pretty
With
cute
the hat
too.
on, though, yeah, pretty close.
Yeah, with the hat,
Pretty
he's about there. Yeah. Oh man, that's cute.
We're a force to be reckoned with.
You get into a pinch, you can just throw the rabbit at someone.
Drawing like a little green bow tie on him.
Ooh, can you do that? You can do that, right?
Again, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna get some green paint.
We have paint downstairs.
Oh, do we have green paint?
I'm pretty sure down in the archive.
Okay, Let's go get some paint. We'll draw a bow tie.
What?
Nothing.
What?
We're not doing anything.
Where is it?
It's in the archive. It's in the archive.
It's in the archives. Okay.
Yeah, on the right here. On the right, next to the red shelf. Right here. No, right here. Right here.
Oh, yes.
There should be green. Or try forest if there's no green.
Plenty of forest in there. Stocked like 300 more.
Good, because we go through like 5 of those a day, so easy.
Let's go.
Okay, alright, let's go. Don't tell Wallace. Oh, did he go up there? He might be up there.
You distract him.
Okay, I'll distract him.
You distract him. I'll do the work.
Oh.
Okay, we're in the clear.
Secretary, are you still up here, sir?
Oh, hello.
I am.
Oh, wonderful.
Aye. What's going on?
Did you, one bit of business and I promise I'm done. Did you see that proposal that I sent you about the building?
I did. Do I still have it? What I did I put that in Bo's deal? Did you put a copy in here?
I don't think I did. I have another copy of it. I might have it on me, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, I have another Ensign
I
application.
put that
for you as
in
well.
Bo's because that in his mailbox because he will be the one that that would be doing that.
Hi.
Also, if you could, we need to update this thing. I know that we had this,
The patrol
for a little
log.
bit. It doesn't have to be anything. Yeah, it doesn't have to be anything super detailed. Just kind of where we have orders cut for each week. I know that we're doing, just 48-hour patrol Monday through Friday, Task Force Indigo, 24-hour patrol Task Force Charlotte or whatever we call the other one. Trade fair support on the weekend, and then if there's any other dynamic taskings. So starting next Monday. Yeah, next Monday. We are pushing patrols into
You know that the proposal that I originally put forward had 2 48-hour patrols this week. Cleveson and Duncan are doing theirs tomorrow. I don't know if you got up. I just actually cut a fragmented order for that because the privateer group we were going to use isn't there anymore. They're merging with Crimson Black. So,
I know the area that we kind of sent them down to. There's been some changes down there. Did we incorporate that?
Yes, we did. There is both Crimson Black and Broken Harbor are adjacent just by 1 grid right there, actually right next to the Shimmer. So those are good fallbacks. Coop, before I came back on duty today, I think Coop and Master Nim and Captain Duncan and Cleveson talked through their current plan. I believe is to take the Minerva and set up a forward operating base down there. There is an applicant for governor in a very small island down there that they'll probably use, but I think Nim might take the Minerva down. They seem to already have that plan. I think Coop set that up, so that'll be the general plan, is to set one up as a fallback. We can use Broken Harbor, which doesn't actually need to be pre-supplied. So they'll get that figured out tomorrow. We'll see how that goes in a quadrant without a whole lot of privateers in it.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. And I have the operation name, Punch Bowl.
Punch Bowl?
Aye, because we are removing the turd from it. Operation Punch Bowl.
I hate how much I enjoyed that.
Did it work, Miss Mouse?
Yes.
Yes, I love my, what's he doing over there with my rabbit?
It's very hard to see, Miss Mouse.
It is very hard to see when I have to work with what I have.
Oh my God.
Can you see it, sir?
I gave him a little green bow tie.
I love it. I see.
Distraction accomplished.
Aye.
Oh no. Do you hear that? I hear a Dobby. He doesn't have keys up this far. He'll never find us.
I can still hear you.
Shh, not you. Is Dobby down there?
Do you think he was coming this way?
I think so.
Aye. What do you think he wanted?
I don't know, but it's gonna take hours to deal with.
All right. I am going to go and climb down this roof, and then I'm going to talk very loudly in the Admiral's house, and then so, the secretary that I am, I'll make sure that the 2 of you can get out. We will rendezvous down at the Salt. Right. Okay. All right. Was he leaving? So it's right.
I heard him saying Tata.
Okay, good. Because I can't jump over the railing, so this plan was.
That kind of thwarts your plan a little bit.
It ruins everything.
That's a good idea, sir.
Die.
In theory.
It's like every damn Navy plan.
It's great in theory, and then the Admiral wakes up?
And then the Admiral wakes up, yes.
Aye.
No plan survives first contact with the Admiral.
Can we put that on a wall or a painting, sir?
We should hang that in the archive as like.
I'm gonna do it.
House motto.
I did make a space for it, so I'm gonna do it.
Aye.
Oh, sir, you'll have to close this door. You have to close the balcony door, sir. I don't have a key to it.
Yeah. No, we gotta get out. You just gotta jump off this side.
Don't worry, sir. I can distract him.
Are you putting a little green suit on her?
Oh, dear Lord. Wallace, can you hear me?
Alright, what was that?
Trying to see if Wallace is still downstairs. He can check if the coast is clear.
Oh, I can go do that, yeah.
Sorry, Chad. I'm still here. I'm just dealing with like 4 things because I think my daughter's waking up. Now we're being very, very quiet.
Yeah, he's still there.
I don't think he's ever gonna go away.
I don't think so. I think he knows we're up here.
Son bitch.
Son of a bitch.
It's like he's a little leprechaun.
Yeah, he does look like a little leprechaun.
So cute.
to go see what he wants, sir. We can't live in here forever.
That one's... Yeah, it looks like we're gonna have to bite the bullet on that one. You're
Here,
painting me, Miss Mouse.
No.
Oh. But I don't like where this is going.
Really
I don't
sounds
like where
like
this
she
is
is.
going.
Alright, now I feel equipped to deal with Dobby.
Yeah, excellent.
So we meet again. Are you drunk?
Yes. I also need to speak to Secretary Puffins.
Oh, how urgent is it?
I've been waiting pretty much the whole day for it.
Ooh. Is it a date?
Huh?
Is it a date?
No.
Oh. Are you wearing your metal armor right now?
All right, what do you need, Webster?
Alright, go talk to him.
I need to talk to you about the whole restructure thing for the court.
Excellent. How goes the hall restructure?
Before I do that, I think you have something written on you, sir.
Oh my goodness.
QT on your forehead, sir. I'm not sure if you know that, sir. I see.
Is there anyone in the vicinity here who could get me a bar of soap to erase?
Honestly, you look amazing.
Forehead tattoo? I
Forehead
don't think that's the case, Mr. Webster. I cannot look my captains in the eye and send them into the jaws of death with cutie written on my forehead. As much as I would want to, I suppose that what is she writing on my face now, Mr. Webster?
Nothing, sir. So far.
Okay.
I think you're good.
Did you draw?
Yeah.
What is it? What is it?
Nothing, sir.
I might have
It's
to
all-
step in
it's
my
all
head in a
good,
second
sir.
here.
Davenport, you are one of my two most trusted clerks.
I don't think there's anything on your forehead anymore.
All right. Okay.
I'm not going to check the rest of your body, but I think your forehead is clean.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. That I can't tell, sir. I do apologize.
Fair enough.
And I do
will
hear
check
Snickers.
later.
I do hear Snickers coming from a Miss Mouse.
Yeah. All right. We need to go check out the privateer hall, though.
It's almost done. Coop did a lot of it. I was working on the whole
Dobby,
restructure of the
can you hear
court.
him?
I can hear him, yeah.
Can you hear me?
I can hear him, yes.
No. Can you hear me? Jump if you can hear
I
me.
can hear you. I can
We
hear
can hear you.
everyone.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I don't hear you. Jump if you're talking.
Hello.
Son of a
Hello.
bitch.
He's saying hello.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go take a nap real quick. I'll be right back.
I am going to
I
go
think-
sit in the office for a
think
while
he just
because I
listened.
gotta think about eating.
Oh.
Are you talking about your mouse hole?
No, not my mouse hole, but I will be going there later.
All right.
I see.
I got something I can put in your mouse hole if you need. Are you hungry?
Oh, you could hear now.
Yeah.
I think it's
But
just
I
you.
also-
Here now, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, do what you
But
gotta
I
do, Miss
also
Mouse. I'm not gonna bogart your
Thank you.
time.
Okay. I'll be right here if anybody needs me.
Oh, I understand. Gotcha. All
Down
right.
in my basement.
All right. Speak again, Dobby.
Should we talk in the office? I do have a book written up.
Fair enough. Is it a sensitive book?
Not quite.
We'll leave them to that. I don't need to be part of that conversation. My daughter may be waking up.
Mr. Davenport!
Hi. You need me, sir?
I just want you to be present. All right. Lay it on me, Dobby. Lay it on me.
Alrighty. So the first initial change is gonna be we're splitting it into 3 different subsections, all within the courts, of course. The first is gonna be legal, second public relations, third operations liaison. The legal division is mainly gonna take care of peaceful land disputes that we already do, the governor disputes that usually occur when it's more of a civil case, and Freeport land acquisition that we have started to do mainly in the courts now. Then I've been getting told that the prison people have been telling me hopefully prisoners of level 1 and level 2 infamy get chance to hear the pleas. Previously, the main problem was the lords really didn't want to do any of the judging. They just want to go lord around. However, we have me, Mr. Deason, and Mr. Vlad that are willing to do it. When it comes to hearing pleas and issuing sentences, as long as they are, of course, within limits of certain crimes committed by pirates. Then civil family matters such as marriage, divorce, death certificates that we've been asked for, and
Dobby. I hear what you're saying. My ability to process all of that is at a minimum. So if you were to give me the wave top highlights, you've broken court up into 3 branches. Is that my understanding?
Yes, 3 branches: legal, public affairs, and operations. Operations really isn't a branch, rather it's to make sure that our paperwork is on terms with the operations department.
Okay. All right. So that's like the coordination point between ops and the courts. Is that?
Yeah. And only
understood.
1 or 2 people will be working that, because if I have to,
You have a force structure in this book.
we are currently developing that. But yes, so initial
All right.
structure is
Let
in
me see
this
the book. Go ahead and just hand me the book here.
List of governors. That's not the one I want. There we go. We also just created the new hunting license that we need approved by the Vice Admiral. Oh, Davenport, did you get to read that report?
Not yet, but I will do it right now.
Well, it just might help with Ironhold things.
Yes.
All right, Dobby. That looks well thought out. What I need is I need like an organizational chart of how you envision the courts with who is currently there and the positions they kind of fill and any others.
I'm not sure I can read this while we're here.
Want to have people.
Also, where did it go?
I'm actually working on that. Currently, I talked to multiple different people who are interested in.
Keep
that
it in
all
the
sorted
Dropbox.
out.
That's fine.
I just can't tell them, oh, this is gonna happen without me knowing that, oh, this whole restructure is gonna happen, you know? Which is the issue I'm stuck with. Currently, all court members have been appraised of the situation, so they know. However, if we are
Wait. What was the issue?
The issue was I can't tell them, oh, by the way, you know, we are going to be doing this to the courts. Are you open to work?
You need top cover is what you need. You need someone to come in and say, "Thou shalt be this format." Is that what you're telling me?
I just need to know that this is fully happening, so I could tell them yes, this is happening because as
Well,
of now
I
it
will,
was just
and I will tell you to tell them that this is happening when you get me when you get me an organizational chart on how the courthouse, like, I love the branches. Who's in charge of so who would be in charge of the litigation? Who would be in charge of the civil? Who would be in charge of the operations?
we've already processed that. I will write that up and get it to you.
Yeah. Yep.
First.
Give
Yeah.
me that, and I will. We'll get this all figured out, and we'll get a hard and fast court structure put into place.
Perfect. Overall, it's meant to decrease a lot of mundane tasks departments have to do, mainly trade and just public affairs. So you know that box that's sitting down there by the trade that says reports and
We're just gonna chill in this conversation.
piracy
Hang tight.
reports and applications.
Might mute you if
go in
anything
here,
spyglass sensitive comes up.
Absolutely, I know that box intimately. Check it
Yes.
daily. Definitely
Mhm.
me.
That box, every single time I see it, is empty, and people just come up to the courthouse for everything that box is supposed to be done. So, public affairs is more that. It's like help desk of sorts. Oh, what do I do for governorship? Oh, what do I have to do for that port inspection? Oh, what do I have to do for this port inspection? Oh, that type of stuff.
Ah, fair enough. Fair enough. No, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Because currently, I actually had a Miss Crampton, Secretary Crampton, was awake very early this morning because of interesting things happening in her head, and I was able to have a good conversation with her. Currently, the problems that trade clerks face with, they get an application. It's easy enough to give applications. However, then they get a million questions about them that they can't answer. So instead of that, we're just gonna head out. They still have applications, but since people come to the courts to receive applications anyways, we'll just have applications up there, as well as people with the ability to answer said what is needed for the requirements of the inspections, fees, and things such as those. Also, the trade fair request is also going to go through the courts.
Just to note, sir, on all those applications in the last revision 2 weeks ago, we did add all of the requirements for like what that port inspection is and anything else, as well as the fees to the letter of marque and the governorship application.
Yep, I know that, and I tell them. However, then they come with a very small question.
You're expecting folks to read the full application, Davenport. Makes sense in theory, but practice is a little bit different. So yeah,
they're always gonna have questions.
Much like the early days when the cadets knew that they had to be doing things, but they still wanted to ask before they did anything.
Yep.
So, also, a fellow member of your operations, I was eyeing on because he showed interest. Stanton, is he?
Yeah, I was gonna say you can have Coop. Go ahead and take Coop. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Coop can stay with you.
No, Stanton is a full clerk. He's also, I believe, still with instructor's office as a.
No, he's with the hospital.
Stanton.
Yeah.
Are
Stanton's not
positive?
instructor's office anymore. He's
Oh.
with the hospital, and he was recommended to me. And then I asked him, "Hey, is this something you'd want to do?" Because he'd mainly work in operations, anyways. He'd just come down there. He would be that guy where, Davenport, can you give me an updated list of governors? Instead of me asking questions as those, he'd be the one doing it.
I'd be fine with that.
Or everything to sync the courts with the operations is what he would do.
It makes sense to me. Makes sense to me. I mean, he's got a foot in each world, so yeah.
Yep, and and bounty requests and things such as those, I don't know what you want to do with those, since personal bounties are about to open up.
People coming in to put bounties up?
Yeah, my main problem that I got asked is, okay, so are trade people taking it, or is operations taking it? Every single time we have a bounty or some sort of privateer request.
So here's what's gonna have to happen in reality, because what'll always happen is that they'll come to drop off trade and then say, "Oh, and I want to place a bounty on something," which is fine. I mean, there should be no reason that it's like, okay, take a ticket for this office, now take a ticket for that office. That's silly. So trade should be able to take them and then just pass them to operations. In my opinion.
Okay. If that's what you wanted, that could definitely happen.
Yeah, that is what I'd like to see happen.
Because I was just
even
gonna
if it's
that
just
into.
Because here's the thing, none of those bounties have to be turned around in a course of like an hour or anything. Or if they're a piracy report of something going on, we got to dispatch ships. Those aren't that time sensitive. So what we can do is we can take those in, we can process them, we can get them up on the bounty board, that sort of thing. So
Yeah, because
or,
what I
or
was
just hang them
thinking
up in the guild. Yeah, I mean either or.
I'll give it to Stanton, and he'd take care of that since he works at the operations anyways.
All right, fair enough. So, right, I like where you're going with it, Mr. Webster.
Yeah, the main task of the court is to take away mundane, time-consuming things that other departments have to deal with.
Aye. Excellent. How many bodies do you need to do that?
I don't want to have more than 12 or 10. Definitely not more than 10. Currently we have Deezen, me, and Vladislav. I know it's mainly me and Deezen right now as the top two. I'd be the master as Miss Crampton wants me to be. With the trade fair request going on, she doesn't want anyone else to deal with it, and she liked how the Twin Rivers train.
I gotta hide you for a second, chat. Sorry.
I'd be the. So right now it goes me as head.
You can keep listening.
Then Deezen. Then we have Sailor White. Then we have. We're gonna recruit Deezen's son, Deezen.
That's fine. Write all that down on a list and where they're slotted within the court system, and I'll take a look at it, and then I will massage
thanks for
it
that
a
follow.
little bit to maybe give you more clerks or move someone or something. I mean, give me what it is now, and we'll work with that and see if we can plus it up or get things kind of done.
Thankfully, you shouldn't have to move things around. I'm trying to plan it in a way where no departments get affected, so it should be a rather smooth process.
Excellent. So yeah, write the names with positions, and I'll take a gander at it, and we'll drive on from there. Sound good?
Yes. We actually have the list right down in the quote, so I kind of just have to rework it. And
okay, that works.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Webster. I appreciate you getting this all organized and whatnot.
Yeah, this will also save me from all the yellings I get from multiple secretaries about stretching too thin.
Yeah, indeed it will.
Oh, also, I gave this to Davenport, but just so you're filled in with it, fellow governors of Ironhold Bay are requesting protection fee from civilians that live in the grid. Yeah.
Davi, did you put that back in the ops Dropbox? Because you remember you took that back to make copies. Okay, I'll review it, sir, and I'll let you know what it says. But we are looking. It's not in that one. It's in the ops Dropbox. Davi had to make copies. But we've been looking for a reason to pull that, and if this is what it is, and NID screens that, we can pull it.
Yeah. Hopefully this redeems me.
I can go grab it now, sir, from the Dropbox. Get you a copy.
Also, do you have keys for the privateer hall? I would like a copy of them as well.
Yes, they are in the box with the coin in the.
Does copying a keychain work?
No, you cannot copy a keychain.
Okay, I'll just ask Coop because since he made the keys.
No, it's not a keychain. There are loose keys down there.
Oh, they're loose.
Yeah, they're in the same box where the coin is.
I see.
At least the original run. I don't know if they're all there. There might be additional ones that Coop had to put somewhere else because that box got full.
I see. Okay. Well, I need to be let out.
Oh, you don't have a key to this door? Oh, sorry.
Wow.
Sorry.
Well, they have to replace a lot of keys anyways now. Did you hear
Maybe.
about?
No, I didn't hear. Did someone lose their key set?
No, a civilian had 23 keys of the Navy in the same keychain that was produced by the Navy lock.
Ooh. That's not good.
Yeah, it was given straight to the Admiral.
That's not good. Alright, I'm gonna go grab that report.
Uh-huh. But yeah, that because I want more.
Alright, 5-minute timer because baby is awake.
Yep.
And mute. I might be getting off here in a second because I gotta go to bed. My wife's gonna be up in 2 hours. I don't have to be, just misery trading, discover, teach. That's what I want. Yep. Probably can't look at this on stream anyway. So I am probably going to leave you here then. Give me a minute. So do you want a copy of this Ironhold thing? Ooh, I have
She's still in her head?
Maybe. I was just looking over some things. I just realized that I had the blue book in my pocket for like an hour and a half now.
You shouldn't lose that.
Yeah. Someone told me I shouldn't lose that.
Yeah, indeed.
I think that might have been me. All right. All right, that is where we are going to leave it. We will probably pick up later tomorrow night. Probably around 8 to 8:30 p.m. I will not be around tomorrow during the day. So that is it. I have been Adrian. You have been you. We will see you